This is usually the weekly intuitive astrology reading, but since I don't have time to do a whole astrology deep dive forecast, I'm just going to do a weekly all signs check-in and tell you what I already know about what's going on astrologically for this week. And also there's some big collective stuff that's been going down, especially as it pertains to this full moon Cancer that's coming up, and also this month-long window that we're in that was initiated by the 12/12 new moon Sag, 12/12 portal day, and the 12/11 Betelgeuse eclipse. I talked a lot about this already on YouTube, and the video is out there. There's actually two, a live and an uploaded one. So check that out if you're curious, because we're still in that window. I also have a couple things I want to just mention that I'm kind of been working on, and then we're going to go ahead and get into all of it. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. All of that really does help. And if you are new, this is gonna be a little bit of a different video just because I do have some announcements and stuff I want to make. So actually, let me do a time stamp on that. Announcements. So Patreon. I've had Patreon for a while, and every year I just kind of seem to make changes. Like, it's not something I think about, it's just something that happens, and I've noticed every year it just happens, and here we are again. These are things I'm contemplating. They are not set in stone. I just want to give you guys a heads up of certain things that I've been thinking about in terms of the Patreon tiers I currently have. So I'm considering utilizing the free tier to do all the live hangouts and discussions that we have, and they're really casual. It's like, hey, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Hey, this crazy shit's going on. I need to tell you guys about it. It's kind of like that. I'm considering yeah, okay. I'm also considering, sorry, they're talking to me. I'm very open today. I'm also considering adding a weekly seminar to my Patreon, to my Patreon group. And it's just something I've been wanting to do, and I've been sitting with it, and again, not set in stone, just something that's been a brewing. These seminars will be educational, but also very interactive. It's like, I want to treat it like a true seminar, like a college class, actually, where, hey, there's going to be some stuff that I'm already coming in to tell you guys about, maybe even teach you guys about, especially astrology related stuff and anything else that could be going on collectively that I think is important. And we're going to branch off from there and hang out and talk and chit chat. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it right now. I've also been working on an astrology project that I'm hoping will be done before New Year's, that you guys will get announcements about. It's a project for the astrology of 2024. I could write a book on 2024 with all the research I did to do this project, and I put my blood, sweat, and tears in it. I'm very excited to finally have it done. There's just one little glitch I hit, Mercury retrograde. I'm gonna deal with it, but that is the plan. I also talked a lot already about 2024 on the Full Moon Cancer Live I did on Patreon. Links are below for Patreon and also for, excuse me, for Vimeo, where I upload them for people who don't want to be a patron, but you still want to have access to some of the content that I provide there. The New Moon Cancer Live had a lot of information because I talked all about 2024. I talked about all the collective shit that's been going on, especially as it pertains to this weird window that we're in, including the full moon Cancer as well. So I wrote down announcements, and I didn't even put a timestamp. Oh well, it is what it is. I think that's everything I want to mention. And then, yeah, so before I get into pulling cards for each sign, I do want to talk about, again, the astrology that I already know that's happening, but also some of the collective stuff that's going on too. Okay, so I will timestamp this for, just do 4 minutes flat. Okay, so this week, on 12/26, we do have the full moon in Cancer. Chiron will also be going stationary direct on 12/26. We also have Venus moving into Sag. I believe that's 12/29, I believe, or 27/29. And December 30th, we have Jupiter going stationary direct. And of course, January 1st, Mercury goes stationary direct. That's a lot of energy to suddenly be moving forward. We're going to be continuing to have a lot of fast momentum. Especially as we just keep moving and moving into the spring equinox, and April's when it's going to peak out. Again, I talked a lot about 2024 on Patreon, and if you're curious about what's going on, go ahead and check that out. I might do a video here, I might not, just depends on what's going on in my life. I'm going with the flow these days. But anyway, so a lot of shifting happening. Now, this full moon Cancer, if you go and you watch it and you check it out, you're going to notice the title says Closure, Reconstruction, and Root Canals. This is really just pertaining to collectively what we're in right now. So If you didn't see my video about the 1212 portal gateway and the 1211 Betelgeuse eclipse and the ending of a 4-year cycle that began in December 2019, go and watch it. It's very informative and pertains again to what we're experiencing now. So 1212, we were initiated out of this 4-year cycle of kind of going down the rabbit hole, so to speak. And since coming out of it, I've noticed collectively there's been a lot of old energy coming out, a lot of old energy, a lot of shadow stuff. And when I got into the full moon Cancer energy and I was in the live after already studying my notes, I realized like, oh, there is like some really deep like root canal kind of cleaning going on. Like it has that feeling of things that we have just really struggled to get out of, like literally our roots, like our root chakras, our ancestral line, our deeply rooted programming. Like roots kept coming up so strongly, that this is the time for a deep cleaning. It's almost like we've been in a 4-year cycle of like a crazy journey, and now we're back home and like trying to get reconfigured. Like is kind of how it feels. Like we've been on hiatus for 4 years. We need to like go back to the dentist and get some shit fixed up. Like that's honestly how it feels. There's this tension in the air as well of like needing to do that uncomfortable thing that you've just been avoiding, that uncomfortable conversation, action, even discipline for some. This is going to pertain to a lot of bad habits. Bad habits are going to be a huge indication, like bad habits, bad patterns, not bad, unhealthy habits, unhealthy patterns, that maybe you thought you dealt with or you were done with. If they've been coming up, it's been coming up for a reason, because there's a deep root canal cleaning that's trying to happen for you. A lot is going to be going on with relationships because of this as well. Because obviously whatever's happening internally reflects back into our reality, especially with relationships. Relationships are a huge mirror for us and huge facilitator of growth for us. There's going to be a lot going down as far as balancing emotional and practical. Family life versus ambition is going to be pretty huge. Stuff with the mother is going to be huge. Emotional security, financial security are big ones. So some of you may be very focused on career, money, investments, property. A lot of you may also be focused on the kind of the polar opposite, like self-esteem, self-love, integrity, things like that. But I do expect a lot of uncomfortable conversations to happen, a lot of uncomfortable, okay, I'm finally going to do it. I'm finally going to go sit in the dentist chair and get this root canal done, because it's been years or lifetimes where I haven't done this. It's that kind of feeling. So something to keep in mind there. Now, coming back to this like whole month-long cycle, I feel like it's going to be a month long of this transition of, okay, we're back out of this 4-year cycle and we're getting recalibrated, we're getting all cleaned out, and then we're going to be spit back out is also kind of how it feels. It just feels like this like month-long transitionary, like, yeah, recalibration to go back out. Like that's how it feels to me. I feel like it's going to conclude on January 11th on 1/11 with the new moon in Capricorn. I do think Mercury going ending its post shadow on January 20th, I think will be like a final cementation of that. But hold on. But that's what's going on with this full moon Cancer and some of the astrology we have going on this week, and some collective stuff. If you got old grievances, old anger, old unhealthy habits and patterns, even like addictions and things like that coming up, go there. Okay, let it come up, let it come out, let that root canal happen. Okay, and this is something else that's coming through too during the live. Like, you already know all of this. And this is just something we do to ourselves, right? We're always tricking ourselves. We're always like self-sabotaging, talking ourselves out of things, justifying things, doubting things. We always know the truth. We always know the truth about what we're doing that's not good for us, or what we're engaging in that's not healthy for us, or what it is that we're not saying and not doing that we should for our highest selves, for our highest good, really, for the health of us. And the health of our experiences that we want to have and the relationships we want to have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Don't ignore that truth anymore, especially not during this period of time. Do we have until 111? Sure. But the full moon Cancer is going to make it really blatantly clear. And I was also getting to, for a lot of us, especially for those who, you know, who are part of my soul fam, that's just a download that I was getting, how I was getting it. It feels like this kind of root canal is going to happen either way. It can be really conflict ridden and upsetting, or you could just, you know, surrender to what it is you know about your own habits and things like that, and just accept it. Accept it and do what needs to be done. Oh, excuse me. This is going to help us to cross the threshold back out into the new. Okay? But old anger about abuse is kind of huge too. I wanted to mention that. Anything else? I think those are the biggies. I think that's like the biggest thing I wanted to talk about really was just this full moon Cancer and how it pertains to this month-long cycle we've been in since 12/12. Oh, if you guys are having a lot of crown craziness going on between 12/12 and the winter solstice, it should be better now. Some of you may have some residual stuff going on, but it felt like 12/21 like shifted us out of that intense crown energy, and like, and and you know, some of us are still doing like some of that old shit. Excuse me. But yeah, also a lot of karmic closeouts happening too. But yeah, that's the gist. That's the gist. But let's go ahead and get into some signs. Okay. Let me get another sip of water and then we'll get started. Also, if you notice my energy is a little serious and intense today, it's just that kind of day. It's just that kind of day. So everything's okay. There's been a lot of stuff going on and a lot of downloads too. Okay, I swear my throat was fine. Well, I shouldn't be surprised this is happening. 2024, the throat is going to be like a major theme of 2024. Using our liberated, activated, open, loud voices. Freedom of speech is going to be a huge issue next year. It's already been an issue, but that shit's going to get real. Okay? That shit's going to get more intense, especially as it pertains to like technology and internet and social media and phones and technology and how that affects the way we use our voices and communicate. Yeah, shit's going to get real. But anyway, talked about it on Patreon. So, sorry, let's go ahead and get started. On that note, we're going to start with Aries. I'm probably going to do these by elemental groups, but Aries, we're going to start with you first. I'm going to start with the spellcasting oracle, and then we're going to pull some tarot. Can I get a card for Aries? Any messages or insights for Aries, December 25th to December 31st? Oh. I feel like a pressure, like with you, Aries. It feels like it's coming from inside of you, almost like trying to force something out. Like, that's a really bad example. I'm not gonna say it's like vomiting. It's not like that. It just feels like this like steady pressure coming from within, pushing energy out. Like, that's how it's feeling to me. Hold on, I gotta readjust. I feel very like uncomfortable all of a sudden. Okay. Aries. Can I get a card for Aries for December 25th to the 31st? Oh. Well, that's too many. Can I get one card, please, for Aries? December 25th to December 31st. I feel like something is forcing you open, or just like it's yeah, something's being forced out of you is how it keeps coming through. Is it truth? Are you going through a purging? Something's being forced out of you. Oh. So we have willpower and passion. Oh, why does this feel a little like a wake-up call, Aries? Something about this feels like a wake-up call. I feel like whatever's coming out of you, it's literally just like sheer force of the soul, like is how it feels. It's like pure fire. It's pure, hey, get the fuck up and do something. Like, sorry to sound so intense, but that's how that's feeling to me for you, Aries. Like you haven't been prioritizing something, you haven't been proactive about something, which is very not Aries. But we're also in holiday time. We're not really ourselves in holiday time. We don't normally have our typical routines during holiday time. And I feel like that's kind of where you've been at. It's like something you've put off, something you've been procrastinating that requires you to take action. It feels very like clear. It's about the action you need to take. Like you just need to get up and do it. It doesn't even have to be necessarily anything like vocal. That's my throat. That it feels very action oriented. Like get up and take care of it. Get up and go experience. Get up and go get it. Like it's very like get up and go. Get up and go. Okay, let's get some tarot cards for you guys. Aries, December 25th to December 31st. Something, again, I keep getting it's been forced out of you. It's being forced out of you. Like you're being forced to take action here. You might have experienced a tower for this to take place, but it's just sudden motivation, really, is what it is. But it's action. It's about physical action. Some of you, it's going after an opportunity, not letting it pass you by. Interesting. We do have the Lovers coming out here for you. I don't know why I'm so uncomfortable in your energy. I'm feeling all like restless. Like literally there's been energy that's been wanting to fly out of you and you just like haven't been utilizing it. Some of you guys need to go dancing or something. But we have willpower, passion, and Lovers. Yeah, I just can't get away from this feeling of just boom, spark, motivated, inspired. Could this be about a relationship? For some of you, it could be. But Lovers for me is about alignment with the self, alignment with angelic energy, alignment with spirit, and making the choices that is best for you. That's what I'm feeling here. Any other messages or insights for Aries? Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Oh, Aries. You have been stuck. Look at this. 9 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. The 8 and the 9 means that there's an Ace of Swords here. You have not been taking action. 8 of Wands is unstoppable movement and action. It also can be downloads and communication. It can be like a dating energy, traveling, that sort of deal. I feel like there's something you have been literally needing to take action on, to be proactive about, to physically go and take care of, and you've been afraid to do it. You literally have been almost like analysis paralysis about it, which is very not Aries. But, this could pertain to someone you know or someone in your field, someone you're dealing with. But also, we're more than just one sign. We all go through it. And again, holiday time makes us a little different. The energy we're in and like bringing up all this old shit, old grievances, old anger, really old habits and karmic energies and patterns as well can make us act not ourselves. But that's what I'm getting with you. You've literally been too stuck to move, like mentally. And something in you was like, go now, do it. Some of you, it's like literally your own intuition, like a dimensional version of yourself or your guides being like, Aries, get the fuck up and go do it. But you've been afraid. You've clearly been afraid or too worried about it. 3 of Cups. Whatever this is, there's an expectation that it's going to lead to happiness and joy. Whatever this is about, like, go and get it, go and achieve it, go and make it happen, like go, 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 go. It can involve other people or potential reconciliation, but the expectation is that it's actually something that will make you happy and the other people may be happy to experience with you. Why are you so afraid of it? Anything else for Aries? With the Lovers card, we do have the Six of Swords. Yeah, again, whatever this is, it's moving you to where you want to be. So, like, if you don't want to be stuck, if you don't want to keep avoiding this, if you don't want to procrastinate, why are you allowing yourself to? If you know deep down, this is going to take you to where you want to be. Anything else for Aries? Some of you, this is definitely travel related or moving related. With the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords, Chariot will definitely confirm that potential. And then, oh my God. Okay, Aries. So, on all of this, on you being afraid to do this, 10 of Swords. 8, 9, 10 swords. You're 8, 9, 10 in swords here, Aries. What has got you so afraid about this? I keep getting it's like you've been paralyzed or numb or like a zombie when it comes to this particular movement, when it comes to this particular thing to take action towards. And the 10 landing on there too, I just feel like I feel like you're doing this to yourself. I feel like you're kind of making yourself suffer unnecessarily. Overall, we got the Three of Swords. Even more pain and suffering, but I keep getting it self-induced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 cards, 4 of them, half of them are swords. The 6, the 3, the 6, the 8, the 9, and the 10. I keep getting it's all self-induced. It's completely the trappings of your own mind and your own worry and concern. Underneath that, we do have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. With the Knight of Swords and then the Empress. Yeah, get up and go. 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 That's what I keep getting. And it's with the Knight of Swords. Some of you could actually involve communication, but I feel like it's the action, which Knights are fire. Knights are about taking that action. You need to take action on something. And for some of you, it is towards another person. Some of you, it's about going from Nine of Pentacles to Empress mode, which to me is definitely an elevation, whether it's in your work status, like maybe going from like working for someone and working for yourself. This could also be about literally going from single to not being single or approaching someone in that way. Some of you, it's just about leveling up your own sense of abundance and confidence in self. But I feel like there's something so physical about all of this that to me, it feels like it's about a relationship or money or career. That sort of deal is what it feels like to me. But you're afraid. I want to get a card for why you're afraid. Can I get a card for the Eight of Swords here? What's got Aries and Eight of Swords? And then we'll move on. What's got Aries and the Eight of Swords from December 25th to December 31st? Tower. Tell me more about this Tower. I knew I felt a Tower energy. Eight of Swords, Tower, and the Three of Pentacles. Are you afraid of failure? It's kind of like that. It's almost like you've thought about this so much, or you become so overwhelmed with worry and concern so much that like before anything can even start, you already are worried it's going to blow up in your face. I'm surprised it's coming out for Aries. Can I get more for this Tower, please? Can I get more for this Tower, please? It's like that old age problem, right? It's like being so worried and fearful that you don't do anything, and then your fear manifests itself. Like, I'm afraid, like, I'm not going to make it happen. But I'm so afraid, I'm afraid to try, and then you don't make it happen. The Devil. Ooh. Okay, Aries, there's a few things I'm getting here with that Eight of Swords energy and what's driving this fear. That Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the Devil. Again, some of you, it's almost like you're afraid you're going to fail before you even start, so you just kind of sabotage yourself. I'm definitely getting that for some of you. Others, I'm getting toxicity, actually, around the Three of Pentacles. Some of you, you have some toxic people that you're dealing with. Some of you, it's a toxic work environment. I also feel like it's just like toxic programming as far as like how to logistically go about things. But most of you, I feel like it's this analysis paralysis, letting the fear control you to the point where you don't even try. I think this is going to be more so for anybody who has strong like Chiron Aries in their chart, um, or maybe even like Saturn Aries. I'm thinking like debilitated is kind of like what I'm feeling with that. Like Aries energy that's very difficult to embody, right? So you could also have a lot of Libra in your chart. You could be born on a Libra or Aries full moon, right? Having your sun and moon opposing, like Aries Libra opposing. Like this, I feel like is really pertaining to like this North Node Chiron Aries energy. North Node being in Aries, South Node being in Libra, that opposition, but it's that axis. And then Chiron being in Aries is amplifying that. That's how this is feeling to me. Chiron in Aries is going to be working more closely with the North Node in 2024 as well, but more so in the first half. Yeah, Aries on. You got to get out of your own way here. You got to get out of your own way. All right, let's move on. Are we sticking with fire? Yes. All right, so Leo. Oh, Aries, you got a long reading. All right, Leo. What's going on for my lions? Getting a lot of purple. A lot of purple, pink, magenta. That screams crown and higher heart to me. I feel both. That feels kind of good, actually. I feel both with that. There's a bittersweet energy I'm feeling with you, Leo. And again, this is holiday time, right? We tend to think a lot and be very nostalgic around this time. Everybody kind of does. I feel like you're getting some new insights as you're reflecting on some matters of the heart here, especially as it pertains to family. Cancer is your neighbor, so I expect you to be relatively affected, especially if you have any Cancer placements. Actually, water and earth are going to be the most impacted on this full moon Cancer. It's like, who's first? It's Cancer. Well, there's a lot of signs affected. I talked about this again on Patreon, also on Vimeo. I'm trying to go through the clusters in my mind because when I do the astrology, I break it down into these different like levels of expressions of energy that's going on, and then I tell you how it's all interacting. So there's a lot going on. It's very complex full moon, but for one cluster, it's like 0 to 5 degrees Cancer. The next one's like 25 to 29 degrees Scorpio. The next one's like 20 to 25 Sag, and then I think the last one was 15 to 20 Taurus Virgo. But all the earth signs and all the water signs are supporting all of the clusters, and Aries is supporting Sag. So it's like everyone's kind of be very affected this full moon. But Leo, there's something, I feel your heart so strongly. I just feel like there's this new experience of emotion coming in, and it's giving you like a bigger perspective on some things, you've dealt with, some people you've dealt with, maybe some circumstances that need to be resolved. That's exactly what it is, that need attention and need to be resolved and rebalanced here. I also feel a calming of the ego, almost like coming off of a fight or coming off of a conflict. It's like coming back down to earth after like, you get like really in a fight with somebody and your emotions go, wow, right? They kind of go crazy. It's like, I feel like you've come down off of something big. This could be something that was just like quick and recent. It could be something that you've been sitting in for a long time. We're just in that kind of window here, but I feel like you have new perspective on whatever that is. Okay. Excuse me. Leo. Could have been all the Scorpio. I just got Scorp energy pretty strong. But again, Scorp energy is important around this time. Leo. I'm getting spider energy too. Virgo could play a role. You are literally in between Cancer and Virgo. But spider energy is Virgo, co-creative energy, weaving. Sentimental. Yeah, you're just feeling really sentimental right now, Leo. Any messages or insights for my lions? December 25th to the 31st. I keep getting a dreamy energy with you. Like just very emotional, very crown, almost like Neptunian. Like Neptune meets Uranus, kind of. But it's gentle. Oh, well, there it is. Like I said, you're gaining some insight on some big stuff here, Leo, and here, the answers card is just indication of that. yeah, something's just you're getting really clear about something and how something happened, how something played out, why you reacted the way you did, why it stirred you the way that it has. And I keep getting crown and higher heart. I feel like you're also developing more compassion for yourself and anyone else who was involved with this with you. I kind of feel remorse, to be honest. I feel remorse, I feel gratitude, I feel love, but again, it feels a little bittersweet here. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for my Leos. Any messages or insights for Leo pertaining to this spread? Any messages or insights for Leo pertaining to this spread? We know the King of Cups energy, feeling a little bit of that. I also keep hearing the ego has calmed. The ego is calming. The ego is calming down. Any messages or insights for Leo? Yeah, I'm feeling remorse. And again, this could be you or someone you're dealing with. This is a general. Yeah, again, evaluating. 7 of Pentacles. This is taking stock of where you're at and what you want to do, how you want to navigate your course, so to speak, especially when it comes to your time, how you're devoting yourself, if you need to do anything with your financial investments. I feel like this is more relationship wise though, but it could be affecting your financial life, your health even. Yeah, Page of Cups. Again, this like higher heart chakra energy. The Page of Cups for me is my card of innocence. It's the card of the purest aspects of self. You can see it as like a very pure inner child energy, but getting really clear on just, again, things that have happened, things that have affected your innocence, your inner child, your emotional triggers, your wounds, those kinds of things. But in the context of something that's happened in, I'm going to say the last few months, maybe even the last couple weeks, last month or so for you, but getting very, very clear on that part of you and then how you want to navigate moving forward. Some of you are contemplating if you should apologize. Some of you are contemplating someone else's apology to you. Unconditional love. Some of you are realizing what unconditional love really is, and you are elevating your perception of that and your ability to be able to engage in unconditional love for self and others, which is really nice. Anything else for my Leos? Yeah, just a lot of crown and higher heart energy. Ooh, that flew out in reverse. Like, bleh, like this needs to be in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, again, you're just opening up your mind. You're opening up your perception. You're opening up your heart, your consciousness. 3 of Wands in reverse can be a pessimistic viewpoint, like very closed-minded, very cynical. It can also be like low expectations or no expectations. I feel like you've shifted. Something in you has shifted, is elevating and opening up. And you're looking at things that you haven't before. You're, again, seeing them in a different way that you've been closed off to before, is how that feels to me. Okay, recent doors have closed, Leo. Recent doors have closed, and you know that. Some of you, that's part of what is getting you to think about these things. Let's see. Oh my. So 5 of Pentacles being associated with that 3 of Wands in reverse energy, which makes sense, right? When we're closed off and narrow-minded, we really isolate and restrict ourselves and our way of thinking and our own belief in abundance. Hold on, I'm trying to get this card. Thank you, it fell. And then Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I'm hearing sincerity. I'm hearing sincerity with that. This does feel like a conversation to me, Leo, between you and another person. There could be an age difference, like an age gap. For some of you, it's just a life experience gap, like a maturity gap. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, I just keep getting genuine. There's a genuine desire to bring this new insight you're having and this like feeling and experience, like this new experience of unconditional love, and bringing it to someone. Thank you. That you know deserves it. Interesting. That you know deserves it. Deserves to experience it, deserves to receive it from you. Keep in mind this can be reversed or vice versa. What else wants to come out from my Leos? Two of Wands, but do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? You're wondering if this window to even do this is closed, or if this person will even be open to that. It's a very specific reading. You're trying to figure that out. You're trying to figure it out, which makes sense because your first card was the Seven of Pentacles. You want to give, you want to be open, especially for a lot of you. I keep getting it's a specific person. A specific person. Could be someone who is a mom or mother figure. Queen of Pentacles is like the ultimate parent partner card as far as the feminine is concerned, outside of the Empress, obviously. But it's also somebody who's very grounded and very responsible, very practical, somebody who takes care of a lot of things, maybe even themselves and others. But someone who I'm just getting is very grounded and deserving is how that keeps coming through. But I just keep getting, it's like you're wondering how, or if you can, or if you should. You want to, but you're evaluating. Anything else for my Leos? Yeah, open and vulnerable. On the Page of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You feel much more open to be able to do this, because I feel like the insight you're getting is like how you didn't do that, or how you couldn't do that. Or maybe you judged this person and thought they didn't deserve it, and now you're like, oh, I get it. Like, it's just getting clear to you. Overall, we have judgment. Judgment being your overall energy. Also very indicative of that as well. This is fire. This is Pluto energy. Judgment can often be seen as like a wake-up call. Like, hey, there's something that that you need to be a little bit more accountable to, or kind of do a check-in as far as your ethics are concerned. It can also pertain to that answers energy that you did get from the other deck, where it's spirit going like, hey, here's very clear messages. Here's the clear information. Here is the clarity. Do you get it now? Do you see it now? Seven of Cups underneath that. Yeah, you're getting very clear. Especially if you, again, were very triggered between this, within this, oh my God. If this person really triggered you, you're seeing beyond that. You're seeing beyond that now. This feels very much like taking accountability and responsibility, Leo. Just have to say. Okay, let's move on. Oh, so I was like gathering the cards. King of Pentacles came out. Just saying, the King and Queen of Pentacles. All right. Am I sticking with fire and doing Sag? Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Sag. What is going on with you, Sag? So I just have to say, Sag, I know I didn't do your birthday reading yet. I'm on it. Just keep your eyes peeled for when I do that live. But for the full moon Cancer, there's a very interesting magician-like energy that feels very like mysterious and scorpionic and saggy and just I actually really like how it feels. It's based off the fixed star Lissath that will be sandwiched between Mercury and Mars on the full moon Cancer. Again, check out the video if you're curious. So that energy is gonna be very much impacting my Saggies. And with you, I am getting a little bit of like sitting back and observing, which is not very Saggy, which I think is actually a really good thing for you to do around this time, especially with the full moon coming up, because I think any impulsivity will actually not do you justice at this time. Like really taking stock of the whole picture, I think is going to be best for you. But let's get into your energy, okay? Sagittarius. Ooh, I can I can already feel something's like coming up for you, like a trigger, an irritation, a like, oh God, I just like it feels like that. You would do best to not react, but to sit and observe. Okay? Observe that reaction. Observe what's going on in terms of that reaction around you. The whole picture. The whole picture before you decide to do something about it. And respond, right? Respond, don't react. Sagittarius for December 25th to the 31st. December 25th to the 31st. Let's see here. Oh, instinct. Animals coming out. There could be some specific animals that do want to work with you at this time. There could be something going on with your pets at this time. I feel strongly it's much more about your instinct. Like literally your pure animal self, even your shadow self. To kind of be about like the strength card about it. Like don't control it, just flow with it, move with it, let it do what it wants to do, but in an intelligent way, in an evolved way is what I'm getting with that. Can I get one more for my Saggies? I think you guys should get two. Can I get one more for Sag? Thank you. Interesting. Beauty. Feels very Libran. Beauty comes out when we're talking about self-worth. Self-worth, self-esteem. How much do you honor yourself? Do you have integrity for yourself? Again, I keep getting don't react. I feel like if you react or are impulsive with whatever like does that to you around this time, it could get very destructive very fast. Much more than you're used to, just because we do have a lot of energy that leans that way right now. Have the integrity and self-respect to observe before you respond, and you don't react. That's honestly, that's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here. Some of you, there's going to be some habits and like some of that impulsive energy that comes up in a way that's old, in a way that's like shadowy. Shadowy's not bad. It's like, it depends on what's coming out of the shadow, right? But in ways that are unhealthy. And I'm getting for some of you that there is some like bad habits or vices that are coming up at this time that relate directly to how much you have integrity for yourself, you respect yourself, or don't. So something to sit with if that's coming up for you at this time. Let's go ahead and pull some cards. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Getting pulled to Earth immediately. Wait your turn. Wait your turn, Earth signs. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius, the 25th of December to the 31st? Whoa. Felt like a weird ball of energy in my chest. It felt like it went from my stomach and like immediately up into my chest. That felt like an impulse. That felt like impulse to speak is how that felt. Some of you, there's some sexual energy at play too. It's just something I'm feeling. Some of you, your vices could be involving your misuse of your sexual energy. I'll say it that way. Any messages or insights for Sag? Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Well, there you are, Queen of Wands. Fire energy. Queen of Wands runs purely on intuition and instinct. Purely runs on that like sacral flame of the soul sort of vibe. She's also the card of the mystic. She's also very attractive. She does what she wants when she wants. I feel like that's part of the energy we're talking about here, Sag. Right? That like wanting to give in to like your primal instincts, your primal carnal desires. Starting to feel a little devilish here. But again, it's not a bad thing. It's just about how you do it and how you navigate that and how you balance that with intellect and wisdom and patience, right? There's a difference, right? It's like you can know what to do and how to do it, but taking your time with it, I think, is always a wise thing to do. There's so much about be the observer here before you react, but you're definitely the Queen of Wands. Keep in mind, this could pertain to someone you know or someone in your field because this is a general, okay? Oh, there it is. Be the observer. Hold on. Bunch of cards. Okay. Hangman. be the observer. Hangman is a pause energy, but it is also a card of observance. It's observing from more of a higher minded place versus the Hermit. So the Hermit and the Hangman are kindred cards. Normally when the Hangman comes out, the Hermit follows suit if there is an as above, so below sort of experience going on here. The Hermit is about taking time physically away and isolating and going deep within. The Hangman is much more of a take a step back and observe the whole picture from the higher mind, not from deep within the self. It's almost like higher world versus lower world with the Hermit and the Hanged Man, right? And the middle expression of that being the Four of Cups, Four of Swords. So like, middle world sort of energy. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say upper world, lower world, middle world, don't worry about it. It's not important. Just think of it like Hermit is deep within, more underworld energy, more like going in the shadow energy. Hangman is much more like seeing the big picture, higher mind, collecting more to like galactic etherical energies. And Four of Swords, Four of Cups is the 3D expression of relaxing, recovering, meditating. Okay, so think of it like that. I think that's a good way to explain it. Anyway, observe. Observe. Don't react. Observe. Observe your impulses. Observe your cravings. Observe your sexual energy, primal impulses, all of that. Observe them. What can you learn from them? And how you have misused them or almost like misfollowed them is also how that wants to come through. Anything else for Sag for December 25th to the 31st? Now keep in mind, because I'm starting to get like sexual relationships, but like misuse of sexual energy in that context. So keep in mind, if you're dealing with anybody, this could also be something going on with them and not you. I'm starting to get a lot of multiple people. So like what I'm saying is this is a general. So speaking about one trying like one anchored energy here, I can feel other energies going on. So if you don't have any Sag in your chart, you're like, I should watch Sag. Maybe something's going on with someone that knows someone you know, or is dealing with someone you know. You understand what I'm saying? And like any of those can be exchanged role wise. So take that as it resonates. Because like I'm starting to get this feeling of like putting a sexual relationship on pause because it's not healthy. Like I'm also getting that too. So interesting. Anyway, moving on. Any other messages or insights for Sag? Seven of Pentacles, taking time to evaluate. So yeah, Sag, again, a lot of just be the observer, observe your impulses, observe your cravings, your desires, your sexual energy, observe all your primal instincts and urges and impulses. Observe before you react so that you can respond with wisdom from a wiser place. Anything else for Sag? Because if you do that, this is also a great full moon to be able to achieve whatever outcome you want. It's also a great full moon for that, but with wisdom. Being the magician with wisdom. Anything else for Sag? Am I taking these? Yes. Ooh. So we have Four Swords. That middle expression I was talking about, all we're missing is the Hermit. Anyway. So, Four Swords, Ten of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Six of Wands. There's a disruption of peace that's happening here, is what I'm getting. Someone feels very justified in doing this, not in the egotistical way, just in very much like, hey, I got something to say. Hey, there's something that's got to be done here. Like, hey, and that might stir you. That might stir the Queen of Wands energy a little bit. For some of you, it is someone who's putting a pause on a sexual relationship because it is the right thing. I think whatever they're wanting to say or communicate, this Knight of Swords energy and disrupting the peace, so to speak, it does feel like the right thing. I really want to be clear about that. It does feel right to do. It feels very valid. It just might stir you. And keep in mind, if you're the Knight of Swords, it could really stir another person. Anything else for Saggy? Yeah. To act with integrity and wisdom. Oh, beautiful. So we also have the Nine of Swords in reverse coming out here. This to me feels like just getting clear. It's like going from like an anxious place to like a very grounded place. And that came over here with the Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. But then on the Seven of Pentacles, we have King of Cups. How do I act with wisdom and integrity here and be the observer and take action as the king in a way that's higher minded, emotionally mature, and wise? Overall, we have your card Temperance coming out here. Also, a very wise energy, an angelic energy. What's the right way to go about this? Also emphasizing that Judgment. What is the right way to go about this? Navigate my impulses and this situation that's going on here. It's literally like I need to do this the best way, the right way, with the most integrity and wisdom, and to get the outcome that I want. Underneath that, we do have the, oh, interesting, Five of Wands and the King of Wands. We have a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. That is definitely the like the fight and the tension and the stress that comes with this like intense sexual, primal, impulsive, and like almost like fighting yourself. But it's like it's not about fighting the animal part of you. It's about seeing it for what it is and taking that higher minded approach. That's what that is. It's also this energy too of like, I feel like for some of you, there's some sacral stuff going on here, almost like you're not really in your sacral, so your sacral's controlling you. Like that's kind of how it feels. I know how that sounds, but it's kind of how it's coming through for some of you. And this is about like recognizing that and almost like getting in the sacral to confront this. Yeah, to confront this energy. And I feel like there's something that's almost like going to loop back to the heart. Like get in the sacral so you can figure out why the sacral is like out of control, or why like you don't have a handle on your own sacral, and then like come back up into the heart. It's just what I'm getting. Interesting reading, Sag. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Who's next? Water, Earth? Oh, Earth. Okay. Earth. Okay, Earth. Sorry. Cappies, I can feel you. Calm down. I'm gonna go in order. If I'm gonna go do an element, we're gonna go in order, okay? Woo! Oh, that felt like I actually just released energy. Oh, that felt very weird. All right. I think it had to do with Capricorn. We'll get to you guys. Taurus. We're gonna do Taurus first. Taurus. Wow, I can't believe that totally felt like something got released. Taurus. 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 I feel like you're in a very earthy place right now, which is not bad. It's your element. It just feels very like almost like, well, you're fixed earth. That's how it's feeling. It's feeling very like fixed and anchored, almost immovable. Again, doesn't feel bad. I'm just observing. But I'm starting to get this like call with you. And they were showing me sheep. Like there's like sheep energy calling you. I almost want to pull the animal cards for you. You know what? I will. Hold on a second. I'm curious if sheep is going to come out. I do. I feel like a sheep energy is like calling you. To me, sheep is innocence. To me, sheep is something new, something pure. It could even be kind of like angelic. It feels more inner child to me. So again, something very, very pure is calling you to like go from immovable to movable. Maybe go from fixed to more adaptable. We are going into a year where we need to be adaptable. Just saying. 2024 is also another year of learning adaptability, kind of how we had to during COVID. There's going to be interesting stuff in summer. Again, I talked about it on Patreon, but that's what I'm getting for you, Taurus. Someone or something, and a lot of you, this could literally be guides or spirit, is calling you to do something new, break out of your routine potentially, or break out of something you've really like stuck and anchored like I'm feeling like stuck and anchored, stuck and anchored, stuck and anchored, stuck and anchored. And you're being called to like get out of it, basically. like wiggle out of it. It's funny. It's like now it's like worm energy, which also speaks of new beginnings too. Yeah, like wiggle your way out of it. And whatever this call is, it feels like it's something that's very pure to you. To like honor a very pure part of you. That's interesting. But yeah, we're doing animals for Taurus. Any messages or insights for Taurus for December 25th to the 31st? Any messages or insights for Taurus, December 25th to the 31st? December 25th to the 31st. One more for Taurus. Okay. Fish, talk about adaptability. This is literally the card of surrender and go with the flow. Adapt to where the energy is taking you, moving you, calling you. Oh, this is really positive, Taurus, with the hummingbird coming out here. Sometimes when the hummingbird comes out, I feel a little bit of a timing element. And I'm getting like a Wheel of Fortune vibe. Like there's winds of change afoot, but you need to like literally uproot yourself to honor that. Because it literally feels like a stream trying to move a rock. And you're like, I'm not moving for shit. I'm not taking myself out of this comfortable place. Are you kidding me? Like, it's literally going against the instincts of a Taurus. Like, the Tauruses love to nest, which I kind of love about Tauruses. I think it's kind of adorable, especially oh, sorry about that. Especially like male Tauruses, like they love to nest. They really do. It's like they like to like really get their home like right. They like to make really yummy food, right? They like to like be in there. They just like to nest. Get out of the nest. This is saying get out of the nest. There's really good things that await. Hummingbird in this deck speaks of times of like huge flow energy where things can be very positive and very like high. Can I get one more for Taurus? Can I get one more for Taurus? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. So with this, you have the crocodile. It's funny because like crocodiles can be fast. They can be very fast, but like normally when we see them, what are they doing? They're not moving. Right? They're just like, no, I am steady. I am steady like a rock. I am steady like a log that you think that I am. It's funny, all this like these images of like you're literally a piece of the earth in like fast moving water and you're like, I am not moving. It's kind of funny. Anyway, crocodile coming out here also speaks to like, how do I want to say this? There's like a slow, very slow movement here, but it feels apprehensive because I feel like this notion of uprooting yourself out of something you've so rooted yourself in that like that you made your nest. Like that's how it feels. It feels like you're being forced to leave the nest that you've rooted yourself into. I feel like you're gonna do it slowly because I feel like it brings up a lot of stuff for you, a lot of emotional stuff, which tells me there's probably a lot of root chakra stuff that's gonna be coming up for you at this time. But crocodile also tells me that you're handling it well. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot for you guys. Yeah, I can feel it. It's like, you're not going to make me leave my nest. No. I love Tauruses. I always wanted to date a Taurus. I always thought that'd be kind of fun. Sorry, I'm reflecting. Total tangent. So I've dated literally all the fixed signs except for Taurus. That's interesting. Anyway, any messages or insights for Taurus, December 25th to the 31st. Any messages or insights for Taurus, December 25th to the 31st? There's an element of unknown here, Taurus. I just picked on that really strong. Which is also why you're like, no. Taurus is one of those signs that likes to know what they're getting into. That likes to know what they're stepping into, what they're about to engage with, invest in, devote to. Like Tauruses will be that sign that will do a lot of research to make sure that like their investments are exactly what it is that they're expecting. I think you're struggling with that part of it. Totally get it. Totally get it. Any other messages or insights for Taurus? For the 25th to the 31st. Any messages or insights for Taurus, 25th to the 31st? Oh, Taurus, this is big. Oh, this is a biggie. The World and the Lovers. Yeah, those are some mighty heavy-duty majors coming out here for you. You can't ignore this, okay? Sorry, Taurus, you can't ignore, you can't ignore this. Some of you, there could be a Saturn return that you're dealing with or about to enter into. I mean, obviously speaking more to people who have Saturn in Pisces. And where is Saturn right now? So like, if you're like Saturn, Pisces, like mid degrees, this probably does pertain to you. I'm trying to think of any other energies that I'm feeling here too. If your Saturn is Gemini, if you have Saturn or North Node, Gemini, yeah. Getting a lot of things here. Obviously, this doesn't have to be like only these people. I just think you're going to be the most affected. Saturn, North Node, Pisces, or Gemini is what I'm feeling with that. Aries, obviously, you're going to be going through that too with having Saturn and North Node Aries. But anyway, this has a feeling of stepping through to a threshold, to an elevated experience, a whole new reality, Taurus. Whole new reality. That's how it feels. A whole new reality. Some of you, it's a whole new timeline. And it's a little scary because it does feel like you're literally walking into the unknown here. But you're being guided by spirit. You're being guided by your soul. You're being called. There's something too that feels like it's cleaning you. Almost like a baptism. Almost like, you know, like when you pull your car into the car wash, right? And it goes through like the whole tunnel and gets washed and it comes out clean. Kind of has that feeling. Like when you walk through the threshold, you're going to be like cleansed and purged of your old life. Of the old you. And it's going to be like take that as confirmation. And it's like you're brand spanking new, but you gotta like surrender to it and allow yourself to be a little scared and to uproot yourself here. Some of you, this could involve a spiritually guided relationship. Anything else for Taurus? Anything else for Taurus? Ooh, I feel a lot of resistance on this Page of Swords. Page of Swords is not always bad. It can be a new perspective or literally doing research. You want to know what you're moving into. That's what that is. You want to know what you're about to step into. You want to know if you allow yourself to be uprooted, where is the river going to take you? Where are you going to end up at? Are you going to end up at the bottom of the ocean? Or are you going to end up in a beautiful forest? It's like you want to know. I don't think you're gonna. I don't think it's possible to know. I don't think it's possible to know. This is also why you're moving really slow on this and really hesitant. If this does involve a relationship of some kind, you're really creating a lot of space between you and this person because you want to know. Anything else for Taurus? You're not going to be able to know everything. Sorry, Taurus. Sorry. Especially if you have any Gemini in your chart, like you're not going to be able to know. Because if you have a Gemini in your chart, you're just going to be like, I want it out. Oh my God. Taurus, out of 6 cards, 5 of them are majors. So for anybody who doesn't like know tarot speak and you're new, welcome. Majors versus minor arcana. Major arcana usually speaks to massive life shifts, like big life changes, big life experiences, soul experiences. The minor is much more like everyday 3D reality, like I'm paying my bills, I'm going to the store, I'm working out more, whatever. Like I'm sleeping more, whatever. The majors are like what's happening to you on a soul level. So you gotta, again, big shifting here. Look at this. Look at this. The Chariot, the Hierophant, and the Star. I know you want to know where you're going to end up here. You're not supposed to know. Taurus, you are not supposed to know. You're supposed to just have faith. Have faith. Have faith that you're capable. Have faith that you're going to be okay. And walk through the threshold, portal to this elevated timeline, reality, a whole new experience, maybe a very spiritual relationship. But whatever it is, it's you're being called to it. You're being called. So you already know what actions to take, even if you don't know where you're going to end up. Some of you, this will involve travel. With the Chariot card and the World card, that can be international travel. Some of you guys could be called to like literally move to another country at this time. Some of you could be called to marriage at this time with the Chariot and the Hierophant and the World and the Lovers. But the Star with the Hierophant tells me that you are being directly guided by Spirit. Like very much being directly guided to take specific action here. And a part of you's like, but I want to know. You're not going to know. You're not going to know. Let's see what other cards want to come out for you, and we're going to move on. Anything else for Taurus pertaining this spread? Ooh, that's an interesting energy that just came out here. Anything else for Taurus? That feels very soul contract. And that feels old. Okay, Taurus, something interesting just landed on the board. So now we have Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups, and it landed on this page. Whatever this Queen of Swords energy is, I'm getting like a mom or a grandmother for some of you. So this is kind of strange to me. It's like, it feels like an embedded voice. I know how that sounds. It's just how it's coming through. It just feels like a voice that keeps running in your head, but I feel like it's tied to someone that you've known, like a mom or a grandmother. It could literally even be an ancestor here. But for some of you, it's your own ego. So just take that as it resonates. It's like, it's just so weird how it's coming through. I feel like it's literally like a looping voice. Like, oh, my mother always said this, or my grandmother always said this. And it's causing you to reflect back on the past a lot, which is putting you in this place of like, I know how things could go wrong. It's causing doubt, which is causing you to want to know. But the point is to not know. Like, that's the point. It's faith. It's faith. But I keep getting, there's this weird pull on the past. A very weird pull on the past. So maybe this is also a soul contract of someone that you've been dealing with. So again, take it as resonates. It could be a guide. It could be an ancestor. It could be an active, oh my God, I just got really dizzy. It could be an active person in your life. If it's someone who's active in your life, they're probably family. You at the very least have a past life connection with this person. And I just feel like it's this voice, it's this critical voice. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. It's a critical voice. Not all of our ancestors are, you know, if it's an ancestor. I'm trying to sit with this. Yeah, so that's really what I want to stick with here. It feels like somebody who in the physical in your life presently is somebody who has a very critical voice, a very like sharp tongue, judgmental, judges you potentially or has judged you a lot, like a mom figure or a grandmother figure. It's definitely like a very like direct, communicative, feminine energy. Critical, judgmental is how it's coming through. For some of you, it's literally someone who fits that from your past, where it's like you keep looping on things they've told you. You keep looping on things they've said to you, or maybe even things they've said about you, and it's causing doubt. It's causing you to doubt this. It's causing you to doubt you. It's causing you to question this call so much. And it's like, it's your soul calling you. But this is really what's getting in your way. For some of you, it's this own critical voice you have of yourself, but someone gifted you that, okay? Someone gave you coal for Christmas, basically, however many years ago, and gave you this very self-critical voice. So again, that's a big ancestral ties there. Take it as it resonates. Overall, we do have the Five of Wands. This is the struggle. Ooh, we got Queen of Cups here. Ooh, I feel like that Queen of Cups is your own energy. This is the struggle to follow your call, follow where you're called to do what you're called to do. Yeah. It's the struggle to follow. That Queen of Swords is so loud, it's starting to disrupt me a little bit. It's the struggle to follow the call of you, the call of your soul, the call of spirit, your intuition, because this keeps getting in the way. And I keep getting that it's coming through as one or two ways. It's like, it's a pattern of dealing with a certain archetype from your past, whether it's one person or many people that are critical and cause you to be self-critical, caused you to doubt yourself, caused you to question things when really you don't need to question anything at all. You just need to feel it. You just need to feel it. But I can feel it's like hard for you to like feel it fully. But interesting little battle going on there, Taurus. I'm going to go ahead and move on because I feel like I've spent a lot of time in your readings, a lot of interesting things happening there. But Taurus, if you follow this call, I mean, whole new you, baby. Whole new reality, elevated. Okay, elevated reality. A lot of ancestral root stuff going on there, I just gotta say. All right, let's move on. Virgo. Wait, I was like, sorry. I was like, I thought I messed up the timestamp for a second. Okay. Virgo, what's going on for my Virgos? Virgo, I'm sad. I just got this like very sad feeling of like a lonely deer is kind of how that came through. Like sad and like alone in the woods is like kind of how it was coming through to me. And like when you see deer, a lot of times they're alone, but if they have like tribe, they're usually not far behind, right? It's like, you know what I mean? But I just got this feeling of like feeling really alone. Abandoned. Some of you guys have to be fear of abandonment stuff or abandonment wounds. I just feel sadness around feeling alone and feeling lost, no direction. I think this is a feeling you're struggling with currently. You know what? I think we're going to stick with the animals for a while. Maybe the earth signs needed the animals. And maybe the first fire signs needed the spell casting. Virgo. Thank you. I gotta stop. You're getting to a bedrock emotion here, Virgo. What I mean by that is you are getting to the root of certain feelings, certain thoughts, certain habits. And the root of it is loneliness. The root of it is feeling lost with no direction. Confirmation. You could have just not been given tools. You could have literally been abandoned. You could be an orphan or have been orphaned. I keep feeling like no one gave me a manual. Like that's how I'm feeling as I'm channeling your energy. Like nobody was there to help me. Nobody was there to give me a manual. Nobody gave me instructions for this shit. Like, I mean, now I'm feeling anger, but if you have been having anger, underneath that is pain. Underneath that is sadness. Underneath that is heartbreak. I don't know why it wanted to be said so forcefully like that. I feel like there's avoidance around that, Virgo, almost like deep down it is heartbreak. It's heartbreak. It's heartbreak. Yeah, it's like they're really forcing me to say it a lot because I feel like there's been a block around connecting to that. I think there's been a lot of connecting to anger. But anger always stems from grief. It's heartbreak and grief. It's heartbreak and grief. It's heartbreak and grief. I think it makes you feel weak or something, but you're not weak. But it makes sense if you struggle with this feeling of loneliness, kind of like think of animals, for example, right? It's like if an animal's alone, certain animals more so than others, but if an animal's alone, they try their damnedest to make sure no one can see like a physical weakness, because then that makes them susceptible to danger and being hurt. Well, I'm getting that with you. Anyway, it's very interesting. Okay, Virgos. We're getting to the nitty-gritty on these readings today. Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Oh, just the sadness. There's some words that want to be spoken. There are words that want to be spoken. And yes, anger is there, but it's the sadness, it's the sad words, it's the heartbreak words that want to be spoken and acknowledged. I really recommend like sitting in some sacred space and going there with yourself, because clearly you don't want to go there, but you need to go there to like get them out of your body. Excuse me, in the throat chakra card as I said that. Okay, what is this? Hold on. I almost like want to speak the words on your behalf, because I'm just like, I was like, it's like starting to affect me physically. I think it's gonna be different for all of you. But it's like, it's words around like where were you? Why did you leave me alone? Like, why did you like leave me vulnerable? Like, why did you hurt me? Why don't you love me? It's like these are like words that want to come out. Why didn't you take care of me? Like yeah, it's like you got to do it for yourself, but those are like some of the words that want to come out. Oh, I feel very nauseous now. Any messages or insights for Virgo? Eagle. Eagle is kind of like the world card in this deck. It also speaks to mastery of fire and air, closing out cycles and opening new ones. And it's very similar to Taurus, actually. It's an undeniable call. It's an undeniable like, hey, this is going to happen. This needs to happen. Eagle, just even outside of like the explanation of the cards, can also be a very powerful animal medicine of wisdom and of sight and seeing the bigger picture here. There's also an energy too of taking accountability. I feel that a little bit, but I feel like this is coming out to really indicate this like forceful shift that's trying to happen for you. And I feel like it's only going to happen by acknowledging this like deep grief, what's really underneath all of that. Oh, my Saturn card, even though it's fire, Cobra coming out here. This is one of my Saturn cards because it's like it has this feeling of pressure, even if it's like sitting and waiting and observing, or literally dealing with a mentor or being a mentor, or it's the eyes of spirit going, hey, like that's how I feel about this Cobra card. I just feel pressure. I do. I feel pressure. I feel a lot of pressure. Some of you, this is about, hey, are you learning your lessons yet? Are you learning your lessons? Are you going to close something out or not? Are you going to face something or not? Virgo, some of you may feel humbled under this energy, but I think that's only because it's meant to put you in a vulnerable place. It's meant to put you deep into that grief so you can confront it, so you can face it, so you don't bypass it, so you don't ignore it, so you don't cover it up with something else, so you really truly go there and acknowledge it, so you can truly release it and move on. But I keep getting this feeling of being humbled. It might feel a little bit like your ego's getting checked, or a little bit like an ego death, but that's not the purpose of it. Interesting spiders. So we have co-creative energy here. This can also speak to the power of a network, the power of your community and your tribe. I feel like whatever this is, it needs to be taken care of before you even touch this spider energy. That's how it feels. It feels like this is like your bread and butter. The spider is literally the animal for me that represents Virgo. Before you can like get back to doing your Virgo thing, before you can like dive into working with your network, working with your tribe and your community, working on your ideas and your projects and things like that, even just manifesting, before going there, this has to be taken care of. Because it's going to give you, I want to say, vital tools and healing that will assist you in whatever will be birthed out of that spider energy. Okay. I think that's plenty of cards for right now. I keep thinking I'm doing like, you know, my normal weeklies. I'm like, oh no, I'm doing all the signs. Shit, that's right. Anyway, let's pull some cards for Virgo. Oh. Virgo. Any messages or insights for Virgo for December 25th to December 31st? December 25th to December 31st for Virgo. Given all the Leo, I just got strong Leo energy. I think Leo had a touch of Virgo in their reading too. I definitely would watch Leo if you're resonating with this. One more. Virgo. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Judgment with the Six of Swords. I keep getting this feeling of confrontation, of confronting what this is, and Spirit asking you to go there, asking you to confront whatever this is so you can move on. I also feel a spiritual assist too, where I want to say certain beings, entities that you may work with, like angelic energies, even star family, maybe even just your ancestors, giving you a helping hand here, but you need to go there. You need to go there. Anything else for Virgo? Wow, a lot of cups coming in now. We have 7 of Cups. Ooh, so much doubt with the 3 of Cups. There's a 4 of Cups energy here. There's another cup card I'm going to get to in a minute. I feel a lot of doubt. I do. I feel a lot of doubt here when it comes to people, when it comes to your tribe, when it comes to community. Who's for you, who's not, what's best for you, what's not. I feel a veil of confusion, but that's because, again, this like deep grief is part of the equation, kind of making things confusing. And then we have the 10 of Cups. The 10 and the 3 make a 7, which is right there. Okay. Obviously, you want the 10 of Cups. Who doesn't want the 10 of Cups? This could involve purely your family, purely your tribe. Those are huge factors in this for you. It's like you don't want to be in the 7 anymore. You want to be in the 10. You know, so they're telling me something about the 10 of Cups here. So oftentimes we see the 10 of Cups as a very external experience of emotional fulfillment, where, again, family, right? We wake up and we're happy, but we can't really experience like full level of happiness and joy if we're not fully acknowledging all like suppressed emotion. You understand what I'm saying? Like suppressed grief and emotion and things that are like harmful to us or detrimental to us or like really eat at our souls take up space. Sorry, take that as resonates. Wait, a driver needs help delivering. I don't have time for that. Anyway, sorry, that totally distracted me. Interesting. That totally distracted me. Sorry, Virgos. Anyway, all of those emotions take up space. So how can you truly experience happiness if you're not fully open to it because these other emotions are taking up space? You know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of what I'm getting here. So if you want to get to the 10, you got to confront this and fully let it go. The 3 and the 7, like I said, also create a 4, like a 4 of Cups energy, which I'm getting emotionally closed off. That's what I'm getting with you. Like almost like an emotional wall. You have a bit of an emotional wall because of this grief. You got to let the wall down. You got to let the wall fully down. Anything else from Virgo? Which means you got to put words as to why the wall is there so you can actually take it down. Anything else for my Virgos? Man, that Queen of Swords is coming up for everybody. Let's see here. Oh, well, that feels like a confrontation if I ever saw one. Wow. That feels like a little bit like a battle. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands at the Three of Wands. I feel a discussion here. Some of you, this may be like a conflict or a tense discussion. Some of you, this is literally just between you and you. It's funny I said Leo, and here we have the King of Wands, Leo energy. But it definitely feels like having a discussion of sorts. But at the Three of Wands, because Three of Wands is expectations. You could be discussing your expectations with another person, your needs with another person, and in doing so, it could be helping you confront this deep grief, or is it? There's something about that to me that feels kind of emotionally closed off. Like that, I can feel that emotional wall. I can feel it. Again, having the discussion, I think, is really vital. But the most important discussion is with yourself. Yes, have these conversations with whoever you need to have them with, but you got to have them with you. But I keep getting it's about expectations and needs. Like the physical conversation you're going to have with other people. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? Things moving forward, things shifting in a positive way. Overall, we do have the Three of Pentacles. Your card, Virgo. Page of Cups. This is where you're getting into it with yourself. And that's what I was getting. Page of Cups for me is my card of innocence. The Three of Pentacles is how you work with others, how you collaborate, how you build, how you plan. Very Virgo-like energy. But the Hermit to me is very much being within. It's being within. It's being in your lower world, so to speak, like deep within the self. But you're going there. You're going there. You're going to where that grief is sitting, excuse me. I'm sorry, they're bringing back to another theme about this. Film and Cancer and just where we're at collectively right now, that any abuse that happened that compromised your innocence, that actually compromised Virgo energy, according to the astrologies, which is you, is going to come up at this time. And I feel like that's where you're going to find this like bedrock rooted emotion that's like been affecting you in this way that created this emotional wall. Underneath that, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. Cappy energy, but I feel like that's you. I also feel fractals, I want to say, of the feminine, like fractals of like the mother, fractals of grandmother, like I keep getting fractal of caretaking, fractals of like leader, fractals of responsibility. Like, sorry guys, I need to put that on Do Not Disturb. But really reflecting all of that, almost like the parent to the child dynamic, which makes sense because I keep getting this very lonely feeling with you in your grief and feeling not taken care of, not looked after, not given instructions, not given help, not provided for. And that's literally what the Queen of Pentacles does. And it's like you're going within yourself from your place of innocence and inner child and that aspect of self, and even evaluating your relationships with people like that. So between you and your own parent, or you as a parent to your children, or how many times you've taken on that parent role with other people and vice versa, right? Things like that. Some of you I can feel, it's not all of you, but take it as it resonates. Some of you I can feel this like unhealthy expectation. It's weird. It just feels extreme. Again, not for everyone. I feel extremes of being like the ultimate Queen of Pentacles, but then I feel extremes of like being the page. And maybe teeter-tottering in between, where it's like unhealthy expectations of take care of me because I haven't been taken care of and provided for, and I will do all the providing because I've never been taken care of and provided for, right? It's like, so just an example. I know this is a weird thing to bring up. So I couldn't sleep much last night and then ended up having crazy dream time. But before I had crazy dream time, couldn't sleep. And somehow on YouTube, there was this guy who did a review on Jada Pinkett Smith's book. Not a book I intend on reading or listening to, but I was like, oh, this should be fascinating. And so he was explaining how, because I think he's a psychologist, so he was explaining how this extreme emphasis on their independence for their children came from them having extreme independence as kids, like her and Will, but that's because they literally didn't have parents that took care of them. So they had to be independent. So you see what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting those extremes with you. So you could experience both of this in your life, or just one or the other, where it's like, because you weren't given tools, you had to be extremely independent and caretaking of self and maybe even other people. Or you were so not given tools that you kind of stayed stunted at that page level in a way and expected people along the way to take care of you because you were never taken care of. And some of you may teeter back and forth. Very interesting reading. Man, we're getting a lot of information today. Let's move on to Cappy. Because we're almost at an hour and a half and we still like half the zodiac to do. Oh, you know what? Let me light a little incense. That feels very appropriate all of a sudden. Maybe clear out some of that energy. Whew, I know we're like almost at the halfway mark, not quite, but I just suddenly feel the need to. So let's, happening for a reason. So let's do that. Oh, little frankincense. I like frankincense. This actually might be my last frankincense stick. I need more incense. I have so much incense. I'm cleaning out my storage unit right now. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. There we go. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. I love this brand too. I keep forgetting the name of it. I feel like good incense is hard to find. I think so many places say their incense is really good and high quality, and then you're like, no. Maybe there's some intense stuff coming up for Cappy, because Cappy was jumping when I was like, Earth. Maybe that's why. Maybe Cappy needs this. Okay. Get readjusted for Capricorn. Oh. Why do I feel like you're sounding the alarm? Yeah, we're sticking with animals here. Cappy, I got wolf with you. Immediately I got wolf and bear. There's this protective energy coming up within you, almost like wanting to sound the alarm is what I keep getting. Like running like to your pack and being like, hey, like literally trying to warn someone or people. I just keep getting sounding the alarm. Any messages or insights for Capricorn? December 25th to the 31st. You could be trying to call for help on someone's behalf because it feels protective. I don't feel like you're doing this for you. I don't feel like you're in a bind and you're like, hey, help me. Like, it feels more like you know someone's not okay, or you know something is going down and you're trying to warn someone or warn people. That's how it sounds. Okay, very specific read. Not trying to scare anybody. It's just how it's coming through. Any messages or insights for my Cappies? There's that wolf peeking out. It feels like a responsibility. It feels like you feel responsible, like, to do this. Like it's your responsibility to do this. Capricorn. Getting a lot of birds too. A lot of birds. You could have birds as a specific birds could be very synchronistic for you. I'm getting a lot of birds, which to me is communication and messaging. Spirit could, and look, what was the first thing that came out? Wolf. And that was the first thing that came through for you in the channeling. Wolf. Yeah, this to me feels like taking on responsibility of a role. That's how that feels to me. Like, I am the one responsible for letting people know. I am the one responsible for sounding the alarm when this kind of thing happens. I'm the one that's responsible for looking out for this person or these people. I am the one responsible. I am the gatekeeper. I am the patriarch. I am the matriarch. I like that. That's how that's feeling to me. And something is telling you something's happening. Some of you are getting down very specific downloads from spirit, and that's what you want to speak on. What did I tell you? Wolf and bear. And there it is. I'm getting protective energy from the bear. Bear can also be this energy of coming out of hibernation and coming back out into the light. And some of you, that could definitely be what it is. If that is the case, it feels like you've probably been hermiting and recovering, focusing on yourself for a while. And like, I feel like you're almost triggered to like come out of that state because you get a light bulb moment. I'm actually being drawn to the sun up there. Like you have some sort of light bulb moment or epiphany of like, oh, I need to go do this. Some of you, it's just realizing your purpose or a calling, but you're very like, you're very like, I need to, I just have to, I got to go say this. I got to go do this. I got to go warn people. I got to go stand up for this. I got to go protect this person. Something's going down and I'm the one who's got to be responsible and let people know. Like that's how that's feeling. It's very intense, actually. Can I get another card for my Capricorns? Very much an elder energy too, like elder, leader, or parent-like energy. Can I get one more for Cappies? A lot of earth. This is technically a water card, but beaver is also very earthy to me. I'm getting dedication with that. You're dedicating yourself to this role that you're giving yourself. That's how it feels to me. You are dedicating yourself to taking on this responsibility. There's just no question. You're just like, I have to. And it is what it is. I have to, and it is what it is. Okay. Let's pull from the Rider-Waite. God, joint chance. Can I get cards for Cappy, please? Keep in mind, this could be someone you know or someone in your field. Doesn't have to be you. You're definitely standing up for someone or something. Some of you could be getting into social justice or politics even. Some of you, this is just within your group, like literally within like your family or people you work with or your friend circle. But you're taking on responsibility for something. And it's just very matter of fact. Any messages or insights for Capricorn? This is where you've been. Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords. This is like, I feel like this is almost if you've been hibernating or sitting within self, you've been here. And you're about to bust out of this with such precise clarity. This feels like trapped in fear and confusion and illusions and uncertainty and almost like a feeling of being lost, kind of like how Virgo had. So similar themes between the earth signs here. But again, I think this is where you've been and you're going to bust out of this. If you've been unclear about your path or what you should do, what you want to do, who you are, maybe you're having an identity crisis, just things being really uncertain, again, they're about to get very, very clear. Can I get another card for Capricorn? December 20. Oh, happy birthday, Cappies. Sorry, forgot. Happy birthdays. Happy birthday. Any other messages or insights for Cappy? December 25th to the 31st. High Priestess. Like I said, I feel like this is like being given to you. Like I feel like this is being downloaded or you're getting it from just deep within yourself with the High Priestess coming out here. Your intuition, your psychic ability, your soul, spirit even. That is the avenue to this clarity. Also tells me you've been very alone and very quiet is also what I'm getting to. Almost like some of you, especially my mystics, have been spending a lot of time in communion. What I call communing with spirit. But it feels very quiet. You haven't been sharing this feeling with anyone either, is also what I'm getting. Or you haven't been letting on that you've been, I almost want to say, struggling with that feeling of being lost and confused. Any other? Yeah. On the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords, we have the Chariot. This is about what moves you want to make / need to make. It's interesting because we have strong masculine and feminine energy here. Some of you are making peace. Thank you. In order to do this and get this clarity, you need to make peace between your masculine and feminine aspects of self, which also tells me your light and shadow sides in order to do this as well. And then we get the Page of Cups, the card of innocence coming out here. It's been coming out for a lot of people. That also needs to be a huge driving force for you. A very pure part of you, which can only be really harmonized when you make peace between your light and shadow side, understanding that you are unified in all of that, in all of those aspects of self. Whether you want to look at it as masculine, feminine, or light and shadow, that is going to be the key here. And some of you need to hermit and isolate in order to do that. Because I just feel this like like confusion and feeling kind of lost, and there's illusions going on. For some of you, there's a lot of fear going on. But when you calibrate and get unified within the self, and all of you is communicating with all of you, you're going to be in that place of innocence and clarity and purity, and you're going to have no problems. What else wants to come out for Capricorn? I was going to say stop fighting yourself. Anything else for Capricorn? Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Yep, stop fighting yourself. We have Temperance, Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun. Love how these cards are coming out here, but that Knight of Pentacles speaks about devotion. Temperance is about harmonizing, right? Harmonizing all aspects of self. It's also a card of peace and resolution and following your intuition and following any spiritual guides, so to speak, that are with you, and heading off into the sun. Clarity and also new beginnings, but it's stemming from your devotion to whatever this role is that you're taking on. The responsibility you want to take on here, that you feel is just yours to take on. Some of you, this is becoming clear about not just your purpose, but a birthright. Could be ancestral gifts that are coming in. Anything else for Capricorn? Ooh. I literally just heard I was born to do this. King of Wands and the Six of Cups. That's an interesting vibe. King of Wands has been coming up for a lot of people too. Six of Cups is my, it's a Scorpio card, but it's also my patterns card and past life card. Six of Cups can be nostalgic energy, could be memories, but it literally could speak to past lives as well, and just patterns, healthy or not. Attaching to a King of Wands. Somebody, this is a soul contract you have with somebody, and I feel like it's helping to mirror back to you how to calibrate these aspects of self. You see what I'm saying? So for those of you where you're dealing with somebody who's a King of Wands in your present, in your waking life, is how I should say, maybe even not even your waking life. I feel like, again, they're mirroring something back to you to almost like alchemize, integrate, devour, and merge with, almost is how it's feeling. Like whatever they're reflecting back to you is something you struggle to balance within yourself. It's a better way to say it. It's a freedom with that I can feel. But King of Wands is a leader. It's somebody who's very confident, who's very fearless even, to start things, to initiate, to be in the spotlight, to be the one that people look to, listen to. I need more cards on that, actually. Do we have... Just think of it that way. The King of Wands is pretty much key to balancing self here, and then moving into this devotion of taking on a certain role. Overall, we do have the 10 of Wands. With the Page of Swords, I'm getting so sucked to this King of Wands. Hold on, I gotta stop. Some of you, there's a pregnancy. That just came through really strong. 10 of Wands, Page of Swords. It keeps like, like pregnancy. Injustice coming in here. Again, this very strong feeling of it is my responsibility to be the one to do this, to act on this, to say this, to ring the alarm. Justice with the King of Swords coming out here as well. That definitely has a judge sort of energy to it. King of Swords with justice typically literally is like a judge or a lawyer or something like that. There's something about this that screams social justice to me. Wrongdoings, but also standing up for someone or maybe a group of people that need help. And you're the one who has to do it. That's how it's coming through. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. The King and the Page also may indicate a child is at play here too. Some of you, they're like, I can't shake this feeling of a pregnancy, which actually would make sense, right? If it's like you feel like you need to be responsible for that. That's not for all of you. It's just something I can't shake. But even just metaphorically, it's like you are pregnant with this new understanding of yourself and the role you want to play within a group dynamic, a work situation, or even collectively with your sense of purpose. Okay. Little intense, Cappies. I didn't do a timestamp. Fuck. Damn it. Anyone wants to do a timestamp for Cappy, please, by all means. I would really appreciate the assistance. Gosh darn it. Okay. Air or water? Almost 2 hours in. We still have 6 more signs to do. Air or water? Oh, I feel very torn. Air or water? We're going air. Water, you're going last. Okay. Gemini. Beetlejuice is aspecting Vesta in Gemini, by the way. On the full moon in Cancer. Definitely ties into the last month. There's something there for sure. Just wanting to mention it. But Gemini, what's going on for my Geminis? You feel scattered. Gemini, you feel so scattered. Why are you scattered? I feel there's an aspect of you that's like irritated and agitated and triggered and wanting to gain control of a situation. I can feel that. Like, well, I gotta control this. Like, I gotta do something about this. I don't like this. This is not okay with me, and I'm gonna do something about it. I keep feeling that with you. But there's another energy that's pulling on you. You might be fighting yourself on this. It feels almost similar to what Sag had, where it's like they needed to like take it down a notch, observe and respond before reacting, and like deal with their primal impulses. I'm feeling that with you, but it's more in the mind, which would make sense because you are Gemini versus Sag, right? I want to say get all the information before you do anything. That's what I want to say to you. Get all the information before you do anything. I'm actually going to pull a different oracle deck for you too. Everyone's getting different oracle decks today. Who wants to work with air? Really? Not what I expected. Wants to work with air. All the decks I use are linked below, by the way. Okay, we're doing it. Okay. Gemini, I keep getting gather all the information before you do anything. That's what I'm feeling with you. To like calm down and gather all the informational pieces. The fact that this oracle deck wants to come out for my air signs tells me there's very significant karmic situations and relationships and lessons that are deep in your roots that are dying to be like, no more. No more are we doing this. No more, no more, no more. So, Gemini, let's get into it. This is not my favorite oracle deck, to be very honest. I feel like it's very like, it's lacking something. So if I start talking about something that you feel like doesn't pertain to the card at all, that's because I'm just a channel, right? And it's like these cards are kind of incomplete. But anyway, can I get a card for Gemini? I feel like you're panicking. Gemini, what is going on? Can I get a card for Gemini, December 25th to the 31st? December 25th to the 31st. Did I not do a timestamp? I did. Jesus. Okay. Gemini. Can I get a card for Gemini? What is coming up for Gemini? Oh, interesting. Talk about roots. We have Native American coming out here. I just feel big ancestral stuff. That's what I'm feeling with you. I'm feeling big ancestral stuff, big family stuff, generational patterns and curses coming up right now. And there's something that is making you kind of, I gotta be honest, like freak out and like panic in relation to that. That's just what I keep feeling with Native American coming out here. You could be indigenous. You could feel called to indigenous cultures or practices, shamanic practices even, or just feeling you probably have tendencies to be called towards the earth itself and the elements. Because I'm also feeling that too, just like this feeling of oneness. I feel like your struggle, actually. Yeah, you're struggling to be in that energy of oneness is what I'm feeling there. But that's because there's something, I like almost getting a bad taste in my mouth. Ancestral, generational, that just wants to be dealt with. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some cards here. something about the mouth. If you have something going on with your teeth or your digestion, I also want to say with your speech, I feel like you're getting rid of something too. Something's like trying to come out. Sorry, I know it's probably gross to look at, but yeah, something's trying to come out. Gemini. Any messages or insights for Gemini? December 25th to the 31st. They're so triggered. Hold on. Okay. Gemini. Any messages or insights for Gemini? I feel like there's something very fake going on that I feel like that's part of what's making you panic. Something that's like an illusion or something that's really fake or false is suddenly very obviously fake and false and illusionary. I feel like it's freaking you out a little bit. Four of Swords. So you're getting clarity on this in isolation. Four of Swords says that you're sleeping a lot, you're taking time for you, you're recovering, but I feel like it's giving you this clarity. It was a little bit like a wake-up call, but I think that's good that you're coming to this on your own, in your own way, away from the influence of people. There's some I can't get away from this feeling of something fake. Oh, well, there it is. Seven of Swords. There it is. You see that something is just not what you thought it was. It's an illusion. It's not real. The 4 and the 7 mean there's a 3 of Swords. There is discomfort and pain and disappointment. I got disconnected as I said that. There's disappointment and pain and discomfort going on here with this realization, okay? 2024 is also going to be a year of the breakdown of communication. Social media will be a part of that. Internet will be a part of that. How we communicate, connect with each other, relate to each other is going to be a huge part of that too. Also breakdown in belief systems and what we identify as truth and facts are also, and accessing information, sharing information. Huge breakdown when it comes to that in 2024. And I feel like you're getting a little taste of it now, which makes sense because Jupiter being in Gemini next year is going to play a huge factor in that, okay? Which is going to start really popping off in May. I talk a lot about it on Patreon. Anyway, I feel like you're getting a taste of it right now. You're seeing the illusion of something and it's very upsetting. It could just be a relationship. I feel like it's bigger than that though. I feel like it's so much bigger than that. Anything else for Gemini? They're showing me a dog. Dog speaks to loyalty, family, unconditional love. I feel like that's been under threat in your life in some way, shape, or form. Your card, Knight of Swords, coming out for a lot of people too. Remember when I said something wants to come out? You can't keep this to yourself. You don't want to keep this to... Wow. I wish that was caught on camera. So I want to talk about this before I tell you what happened. You don't want to keep this to yourself. You can't. You like can't contain yourself. So I accidentally hit the deck with my pinky and then the 9 of Swords came flying out on the 4. All 4 cards and they're all swords. So the cards kind of look like this. The 9 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and then the Knight of Swords over here. That 9 and the 4 indicate a 5. And the 7 and the 4 indicate a 3. And the 7 and the 9 indicate a 2. You see what I'm getting here? You're in total swords energy, totally in the mind. So you have 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Technically speaking, energetically. That's a lot of being overwhelmed in the mind, being very upset. And honestly, it also feels just like so much truth is like hitting you that you're waking up to, that you're just like, oh, I can't keep silent. I can't keep silent about this. Some of you are having crazy dreams too. Gather all the information before you say anything. Gather all the information before you say anything. Gather all the information before you say anything. Can't be any clearer about that. Anything else for Gemini? Because it just feels like there's so much hitting you that it's like, take time to really understand that and like organize your thoughts before you take action on sharing it. It just, that's coming through so strongly, Gemini. You could be coming into awareness of some family secrets, people lying to you, people lying to themselves, and in turn lying to you because they're lying to themselves. It's just so much clarity. But it's upsetting. I can feel it. It's upsetting. Any messages or insights for Gemini? Oh, finally, a non-swords card. We have Three of Pentacles coming out here. Plans that you've had, Gemini, I think are about to get disrupted. Friendships you've had might go through a disruption because of everything you're coming into awareness of. A little bit similar to Capricorn of like ringing an alarm bell, but with Cappy, it's like, I'm stepping into this role and I'm taking responsibility and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. This is more like, oh my God, this is so much truth. And what do I do with this? And oh my God, this is going to change everything. And oh my God, this is going to change my friendships. Oh my God, this is going to change my plans. So maybe this is like serious, like an awakening, like a true awakening. But I feel this Three of Pentacles is getting disrupted. Again, plans, friendships, collaborative efforts, wanting, like starting to build something. Anything else for Gemini? Whatever you think you're coming into awareness of, just give yourself time to sort it all out, okay? Emperor. That Three of Pentacles energy that's getting disrupted pertains to your Emperor energy, which is interesting because a little similar to Capricorn. You could have Cappy in your chart. Hold on, sorry. You could have Cappy in your chart. We have the new moon in Capricorn coming up soon too. It's about your position. Your position of feeling secure, your position of feeling empowered and confident is under threat. Some of you, it could literally be about being a boss, is under threat. Anything else for Gemini? Yeah. Anything else for Gemini? Shit. I'm not trying to make you nervous. It just is what it is. On the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor in reverse, we have Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands upright is victory and being recognized and feeling on a high. In reverse, it's feeling a loss. It's feeling like, I keep getting this, like you feel like a position that you feel very powerful in, or how you feel powerful within yourself, or things that you've been trying to build and create, or even like friendships or relationships where you've kind of been in this like leader role or people look to you, or even like being like head honcho at work. Something about that is like, I'm going to say crash landing is what I'm going to say. Something about that is starting to like, your foundation in those things are starting to teeter. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Three of Wands. Again, it's like whatever is being revealed to you, it's disrupting your foundational way of life right now. And some of you, that's belief system. Some of you, it's relationships. Some of you, it's plans. Some of you, it's work. But it's about how you feel secure and powerful in your relationships and in your physical world is coming down with some big, big truths. And you're like, I need to go and act on this truth now. Gather all information before you do that. Overall, we do have the Knight of Cups. Okay. We have the Chariot, the Tower. Yeah, this feels like a total disruption. And the Five of Pentacles. Pages. I'm so taken aback by this. I'm just like, whoa. So Gemini, this is interesting. With the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, the Tower, and the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to avoid disaster. Some of you are trying to avoid loss, avoid disaster. I'm also getting to that some of you with this like truth that's coming out, also you feel like you need to take accountability for something. So I'm getting a lot of different things here. So take it as it resonates. But for some of you, I'm getting, I need to I need to like be honest and be vulnerable and come to the table and like compromise and apologize where I need to, because I'm realizing I didn't handle things well, or I didn't like utilize my power well, or I've been acting like not in integrity. So some of you that is the case, but others of you it's like you're getting very clear information that like something is about to collapse in your life foundationally, or something is built on like illusions and just things that are not real, that are not true, that are shady, that are sketchy, and you're like, I need to follow my intuition, move into that place of oneness to avoid disaster. So that I'm getting it different ways here. Very interesting, Gemini. Very interesting. Let's move along. Again, I feel very overwhelmed by your energy. We're going into Libra. Okay. Libra, Libra, Libra. Okay. Libra. What's going on for the Libras? Aphrodite and Apollo? What? They just came in all of a sudden. Okay. You could be working with these energies. They could want to work with you. That's very interesting. That's just so specific. That's not for everybody, but take it as it resonates. Aphrodite and Apollo. I feel like there's a story there. I'm not as well versed in Greek mythology as like other ones. Like I'm much more versed in like Norse mythology. I feel like there's something weird about the Greek pantheon, to be honest with you. Not to get into it. I feel like that's a whole video. I feel like the Greek pantheon. How do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? Does it even need to be said? No, they said no, it does not. Okay, never mind. Doesn't need to be shared. Anyway, Aphrodite and Apollo are coming in pretty strongly. I mean, Aphrodite is very Venusian and Apollo is very Mars, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, masculine, that screams masculine, feminine to me. That screams actually the balance of Aries and Libra to me, which makes sense. Aries had something similar, actually. So I definitely watch Aries if you're going to resonate with this. But Apollo and Aphrodite very specifically coming out here. What's going on for my Librans? Trying to sit in joy. That's what I just heard. Like attempting to. Like you've been attempting to sit in joy and just sit in that place and sit in presence. I feel like has it been a little hard for you? Probably has been a little hard for you. Libra. I also feel like you actually haven't been wanting to be as social. Like you've been feeling this need to kind of, find sanctuary within yourself. I'm also hearing art and finding a sanctuary in art, in comfort, things that nurture you, choices, lifestyle habits, food, even environments that you feel very like nurtured in and taken care of in. It's like, yeah, it's like when you're around people lately, you're just like, this is not good for me. Could be specific people or a specific person, but interesting. So let's see what the past life deck has in store for you. So air signs, I realize if you've only been watching Libra, you probably won't know. So air signs, this oracle deck called for you. So we're using that. Libra, any messages or insights for Libra? Really pay attention to your dreams right now. Really pay attention to your dreams right now. They're showing you very specific themes is what I'm getting. Can I get a card for Libra, December 25th to the 31st? I can't shake this pull. Like, I just want to feel good. I just want to be taken care of, and I just want to take care of me, and I just want to focus on good things, and I just want this, and I just want this, and I just want this. Like, leave me alone, leave me alone. But then I feel a pull on you. Like, you want those things, but a part of you kind of is like, but maybe I should go out, and maybe I should do that. And it's like, I feel like you're kind of not balanced in those polarities right now. Can I get a card for Libra? I would also watch, like, no, it hasn't been, oh, interesting. Well, that makes sense. I would also watch how the different sexes are responding to you. Like, how are women responding to you right now versus men? I feel like that's going to be very telling as to where you're at in your own polarity right now, because I don't feel like you're in unity. So we have High Priest or Priestess coming out here for you, Libra. I keep getting this feeling like you just want to commune and you just want to be in solitude. Something's trying to come. I want to get one more. Something's trying to come up for you, though. I feel like the pull that you have on maybe I should do this, maybe I should go and do that. Because I feel like it only comes up after you take space. And then you go and you do that and you're like, no, I need to take space. But then I kind of want to do this, but no, I need to take space. It's like you can't, like you're not totally cemented in those polarities, right? But I do feel like something is trying to come through for you as you take space. I feel like it's something uncomfortable though. Like you take space and you have a hard time sitting in it. Can I get one more for Libra? Can I get one more for Libra? Oh, interesting. We got karmic relationship. That could be exactly what's coming up for you that's making you so uncomfortable. Because it's like, you know, you're supposed to take some space and nurture yourself and kind of just like commune with self or even spirit. And then as you do, you start to get uncomfortable and restless. And then you go and do something, or you want to go and do something and you start getting distracted by the external. But what's trying to come up for you is something in terms of karmic relationships. Okay. This could be about one particular relationship that's going on in your reality right now. It could be literally how you deal with relationships. You are Libra. You are the 7th house. You are all about this. And you probably signed up for all of this. Okay. Something that you and Scorpio share as neighbors, by the way, is just that kind of karmic-y energy. While Libra, for you, it's much more in terms of relationships. Scorpio, it's just karma. Right? But you and Scorpio share that. There's a reason I'm bringing that up. We do a lot of Scorpio energy that's very influential on this full moon in Cancer. And actually even High Priestess kind of reminds me of Scorpio. So I'm getting a lot of Scorp Libra going on for you right now. But yeah, Libra, there's something coming up for you in terms of lessons around relationships specifically, and maybe one in particular. And as it starts to come up, you want to avoid it, actually. But then you keep trying to retreat because you can feel that it's important to, and then you don't sit in it long enough. Undistracted. I don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean. All right, let's continue. Pulling cards here for my Libras. I feel like you're actually having past life memories coming up too. Again, pay attention to your dreams. That's not for all of you, but definitely pay attention to your dreams. Because I'm also getting this teetering of like choosing your calling versus people, and then choosing people versus your calling, almost like struggling to balance the two. Some of you are going to realize dealing with relationships is your calling. Oh, I just got chills. Oh, I just got chills with that one. Some of you didn't want to hear that. Anyway. Because there's gifts we have on this earth that are not supposed to make us earn money. And then there are things that we can do for enjoyment that can help us earn money. And some of us are lucky enough to where what we're born to do, so to speak, can help us earn money, right? But not everyone's in that boat. We all sign up for something different. I'm definitely picking up on some Libras where like your gift on this planet is helping people learn a lot of lessons in relationships. Sorry, I know you don't want to hear that, but that is what I'm picking up for some of you. It doesn't mean that is like all you should be doing. But I almost feel like there's been this like confusion of like, no, this is my calling. No, relationships are over here. Wait, relationships are here. No, that's my calling over here. And it's like the it's like, you know, it's kind of like that when it's really like, do what fulfills you and makes you happy, and recognize there are times when your gift of dealing with relationships and helping people learn stuff comes into play, but it's not your whole life. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, this is very black and white to me when really it should be gray to you, right? Again, not for everybody. Definitely some Libras needed to hear that though. Some of you are craving a very spiritual relationship. That's going to intensify this week for you, Libra. Just saying it because Venus is going to be in Scorpio and is going to be trine Neptune and sextile Pluto. That's going to really intensify this need for very deeply authentic relationships. And I'm feeling that with you. I think especially like middle of the week. For those of you where you're closing out a relationship or a friendship or a family relationship, a coworker, whatever, you know how this works. It's really helped elevate you and you've grown a lot from it, but you've hit the end of the road. Sorry, I'm gonna say that again because I was rubbing my nose. You've hit the end of the road. It's hit the end of the road and you know it, and it's time to close it out. Any messages or insights for Libra? There you are, being in that introspective, very nurtured place. This is the card of Cancer, actually. Again, we are having the full moon Cancer this week, but I just keep getting, you keep trying to take space in this very nurturing place where you're taking care of you emotionally, you're trying to feel good, you're trying to do things that like fill you with joy and presence, but this is also a very reflective card and very introspective card here. Because there is something trying to come up to your awareness. And it definitely feels like patterns that you've been experiencing in your incarnation here. There. Two of Swords, there's that friction that I feel like almost starts to get you kind of restless. Yeah, some of you guys are realizing you just invest way too much of yourself in relationships versus yourself and things that bring you joy and make you happy. Interesting, King of Swords. I think a lot of you are contemplating a King of Swords in particular. Some of you, this is an archetype of people you've experienced, so keep that in mind. It could be someone presently in your life. Others of you, it could literally be just like an archetype you keep running into in this life. And you're reflecting on it. And I feel like, again, you start to get to this place where you start getting uncomfortable with whatever truth is trying to come through for you here. And then you start getting kind of restless. This is also a call to balance, again, this whole like, other people, me, other people, me, other people, me. That's very much the times, oh, that made me dizzy. That's very much the times we're in with this North Node, Aries, South Node, Libra, and you are Libra. You're going to feel that. It is all about the I versus others right now, and also for 2024. And there you are contemplating it. If this is about an archetype of a person or someone particular in your present reality, I feel like they have a very hard time being in their heart, actually. Very logical. Not in a bad way, just in, I feel an annoyance there. I feel an annoyance there. It's like technical with their words. Plays with words, almost like a game, and it's just like, hello, you have a heart. That's kind of what I feel like you're processing in terms of these archetypes or this person. When I say archetypes, I feel like some guys are asking me, so I must have some new people here. Hi, new people. When I say archetypes, I mean people that you have met throughout your life who just seem to like bring the same experience over and over and over and over, like the same person in a different body, kind of. Okay. Anything else for Libra? Oh, I don't like this energy, Libra. I gotta be honest. So on the Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, and the King of Swords, Emperor landed on the King of Swords. Whoever these people and or person are, they're all about feeling in control. I keep getting technical speech. Like they try to be very technical with their words, almost like plays with words, like how a lawyer does. And you're just like, like, again, you have a heart. Yeah, I keep getting they treat it like a game, and I feel like it's a coping mechanism for this person and or people. And keep in mind, these could be this also could be reflecting something back to you about yourself. Um, I just feel like you keep resisting going there and reflecting on these people or this person. But definitely someone who likes to feel in control. Not very warm at all. I want to say very closed emotionally. And then we have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I almost feel this betrayal of fun is almost how this feels to me. Like, where is the fun in these experiences? Where's the passion and spontaneity in these experiences? Just something about that feels like it's been missing. And for those of you where you're trying to balance yourself as far as like how much you honor you versus others, your calling versus relationships, and like how to really balance the two, I feel like your sense of fun and passion is like, it's very diminished. Almost like you kind of struggle to get it up a little bit. Like you kind of struggle to get your passion like going again, or your excitement for things going again, just because I feel like you're just tired of that. And you're tired of the push and pull and the push and pull and the push and pull. Anything else for Libra? Jesus, this King of Swords is getting a lot of action. On the King of Swords and the Emperor, we now have the Knight of Pentacles. Don't get confused about this energy, Libra, if this is someone you're presently dealing with. And again, if it's an archetype you've been marinating on, reflecting on, that you keep running into, and how it's affected your balance of self and your balance of your calling versus relationships, fine. But what I don't like is this Knight of Pentacles energy coming out with this energy, because that doesn't feel real to me. I gotta be honest, it doesn't feel real to me. Normally, the Emperor and the King of Swords can be somebody who's on top of their shit, and the Knight of Pentacles would represent that. I just don't feel like it's true. Sorry, I gotta be honest. Because Knight of Pentacles is trust. It's trust, it's loyalty, it's dependability, it's you can count on me. And I think this King of Swords Emperor is very self-involved. Some of you, this is showing you your shadow of being more about the self, and maybe you could stand to be more about yourself. And maybe you could stand to acknowledge as part of your own shadow and like integrate that. And allow this reflective period of these kinds of people or this present person to show you that about yourself. Oh, Clyde. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second, and then we'll continue the reading. Clyde, can you get down, please? You just totally threw those cards everywhere. Everywhere, buddy. I know I've been doing this a while. I know. Can you get down, please? Get down. Thank you. He's like, yeah, well, you're going to go like into 3 hours on this. Yep, there it is, Libra. There it is. Any other messages or insights for Libra? I wouldn't be surprised if the Seven of Cups comes out, because something about that Knight of Pentacles doesn't feel real to me. Let's see. Wow. Two of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Cups represents, obviously, relationships, and the Knight of Cups can be a very vulnerable, open, and honest approach to you or to other people in relationships, and that's going to change the circumstances here. But I feel like you are open and vulnerable. You got to be very aware of how you're giving to people and who you allow to give to you. Don't get caught up in this illusion. I feel like this is an illusion. I don't feel like this is real. I think this is something you may project onto people like this, or have projected onto a person like this. Again, I feel self-involvement there, but you could stand to be a little bit more self-involved is what I'm getting. And make sure you share with the right people, and that will change this repeated experience. Overall, we have the Lovers. We have the Tower. Ooh. And the Nine of Wands. Okay, there's a couple things going on here. That Tower feels like that epiphany and realization as you reflect on this present person and or archetype that you keep experiencing. And also as a third that I'm picking up on, as a reflection of your own shadow and self, where again, you could stand to be a little bit more self-involved, okay? that tower is shaking up the Nine of Wands energy. I feel like it's actually breaking down some of your own stuff, some of your own walls, some of your own blockages here, so you can actually move into that space. Don't be surprised as you have these breakthroughs with yourself, Libra, this week, that suddenly these kind of relationships show up. Stop over investing in these kinds of people. Invest in you. Just keep investing in you. And then people who are more appropriate for you to be exchanging energy with will show up. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Hold on, move that over. Aqua. Where's my little paper? There's my little paper. I'm using like a very tiny card to do all my timestamps right now. Okay. Okay. Aquas. Hi. What's going on for Aquarius? I heard baggage. Whoa, okay. Aquarius. Why did that come up? It's weird. Okay, I'm getting weird things for you, Aqua. I got the word baggage, but I also feel this very like free, expanded energy. And then I'm also getting some like galactic vibes and a little bit of inspired, artsy, visionary vibes. So, okay. So Aquas, I think there's a few things going on here. I do think some of you are alleviating yourself of some baggage or burdens or things that you just keep attaching to, keep ascribing to that really restricts you and keeps you feeling like not free to do what you want, not free to like be your free Aquarian self, and be the visionary that you are. I'm definitely getting that. Others of you are realizing that other people are putting their shit onto you and it's not allowing room for yourself. Definitely getting that. Some of you are learning how to transmute your own stuff by being creative. Okay, a lot that just came in for Aqua. Any messages or insights for Aqua, December 25th to the 31st? Any messages or insights for Aqua, December 25th to the 31st? Aquarius. By the way, sorry, because I realized the timestamps, we're using the past life oracle deck for the air signs. Aquarius. Just got pulled to the earth element for you. I just got pulled to the woods. I feel like you got to get away. I feel like you need a vacay, Aqua. I feel like you need a vacay that's just about you, not about anyone else, not about responsibilities, nothing. Just like literally some time alone with some open space, maybe the stars, and all you need to worry about is just that. Literally is what I feel like you need right now. Aquas, any messages or insights for Aquarius? I keep feeling galactic energies too. So I wouldn't be surprised if you are becoming more aware of certain galactic energies that want to talk to you, communicate with you, trying to help you even, or tell you something. So I can eat. Oh, I didn't even know this was a card in this deck. Love life. Okay, Aquas. I feel like achieving the sense of freedom will definitely improve your relationships with other people, especially romantically, but also just your relationship with self. I just keep hearing get away from baggage and be free. Get away from baggage and be free. Get away from restrictions and be free. Go and be free. Go and be you is what I just keep getting. Can I get one more for Aqua, please? Some of you are over romance. I'm also getting that too. Like you're just over it. Like it hasn't been an easy ride for you and you're just over it. I just feel like it needs to be focused on you. Kind of how Libra had. But yours feels much more like, I'm going to go be free and do me all day. Get away from me. That's kind of how I keep feeling with you. So we have, two cards came out. Oh, forgiveness and scribe or writer, Aqua. Remember what I was getting about transmuting your stuff via being creative. It's really being screamed at with these cards here. When was the last time you had days, maybe weeks, or even a month blocked out to do absolutely nothing but whatever your soul said go and do? There's this feeling of like, when was the last time you had ultimate freedom? I feel like you need that right now. I do. I can't shake it. I feel like you need that kind of space right now. And I feel like there's going to be so much that comes out of you creatively and so much that just expands within you and also allows yourself to heal your relationship with self and others with that love life card. I feel like there's a lot that wants to be released and dropped with that forgiveness and love life. Love life, again, doesn't have to be romantic because this is general. It could even be about family and just general relationships and even like how you love yourself or don't. And I just feel like there's something creative that wants to be born of you doing this and born of you taking this kind of freedom. Are you brave enough to do it? There's something about the pull of responsibility that I think really irritates you, but also you just keep honoring. I think you need to take that risk, Aqua. And you are, use your own discernment. You're the masters of your own life. Please don't do that if you think it's not a good idea for you. But I think it's going to greatly benefit you if you can just set that up for yourself. Like, set it up in a way where like you can pay your bills and stuff in advance if that's something that you can do. And like literally decide to like take a trip and like or go in a cabin in the woods or like something like that. Almost feel like you need to be in a place you haven't been before with yourself and with spirit and your heart and see what happens. The frankincense is really going crazy as I'm saying that. That's what I'm feeling with you. On the bottom, we even have ships traveling indicated there. Okay, Aqua. It doesn't have to be like super foreign. It can even just be like, I mean, Aquarius, you do rule like foreign lands, but it could even just be like a staycation in a town you've never visited, right? That's like nearby. Aquarius. Oh, some of you want to write a love letter. That's nice. Some of you want to write a love letter, an apology letter, a confession. That's for some of you, not all of you. Keep in mind this is general, so it might not be for you. It could be for someone you know or have known. There's a lot of past energy going on right now. Mercury is also still retrograde until the 1st, but the post doesn't end until 20th of January. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? Any messages or insights for Aquarius? December 25th to the 31st. One more. December 25th to the 31st. Okay. Yeah, you need alone time. 4 of Swords coming out here. You're begging for alone time. Five of Wands. I keep getting this fight with you of like baggage and freedom, restriction and freedom. I feel like you keep having to like honor obligations, and I get it. It's part of life. But I really want to encourage you to consider doing some things in advance, taking care of some things in advance, so you can have some pure alone time and like go somewhere you haven't been before and just be there. I really want to say get in nature though, and allow yourself to have like a lot of pen and paper at hand. There's some sort of internal conflict with you that wants to be resolved. I feel like it's completely internal. So you can be free with the full energy. Definitely getting that heavy, sad feeling now. Anything else for Aquarius? December 25th to the 31st. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, Aqua. Excuse me. The Fool with the Ace of Cups. You got to follow your heart. Not to get all cheesy and sloppy, but you got to follow your heart. You got to follow what your soul wants, what your heart wants, where your own love wants to take you. Stop fighting. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting this baggage. Stop fighting the way of life that you want to have. Stop fighting the kind of relationships you want to have, and get down to the nitty gritty and deal with your baggage. Deal with this internal conflict so your heart can be free, so you can be free. Especially for those where like this is speaking to your romantic experience and you've had some shitty experiences. It's time to have a different experience. Let yourself go there. Anything else for Aquarius? Interesting. Anything else for Aquarius? Okay, I was about to say that's a weird energy to come out right there, and then another card came out. So on the Fool and the Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, excuse me, Knight of Wands. Interesting, I said Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, and then we got the Knight of Wands. I don't know what that's about, but that is 3, and we got the 3 of Cups. So something interesting there. Came out on the Ace of Cups. Here's what had me a little about that. Knight of Wands, the 3 of Cups is party. That's like a party energy, but this could also be literally about wanting to reconcile with someone. With the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Cups, there's a 2 of Cups, or wanting to just be open to relationships again and love again in a new way. I just keep getting, you've been so restricted and at odds with yourself, within yourself, and it's affected your relationships with other people and your relationship with self, and you're like, I am so done with that. I am so done with that. But that party energy had me a little worried. Some of you could have engaged in this kind of like party one night stand sort of stuff, or just self-gratification to cover up for your internal conflict of self and how you don't respect yourself potentially. But then we got the 9 of Swords in reverse, and I was like, okay. So Aquas, there's a few things of how this is coming through, but at the end of the day, this is about moving into a space where you can experience love again, honestly, but like real love, the love you have for you, the love you have for the way you express yourself. And Aquas, you tend to be very artistic. The love you can have with other people. And for some of you, especially if there's someone in particular you have in mind, wanting to reconcile with them and not worrying about it anymore. Some of you really filled voids and painful emotions by numbing out as well, or just like filling your bed with whoever would go in your bed is also what I'm getting. So a lot of different like ways this is coming through, but if you want to move into this place of being free again with your heart and being open and ready for loving experiences, creative experiences where your heart and soul can soar, take time out and deal with it. It's not going to magically go away. Take time out and deal with it. Overall, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Things turning in your favor. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Wands. Oh, look at here. 6 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, 6 of Cups underneath that. So yeah, this could definitely be about a past person as well. But also this is your pattern and your baggage. So past energy. But anyway, look at this. This is giving to people. This is having an open exchange of reciprocity with other people. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But you taking the initiative to do that after you take care of your own internal conflict and your own baggage. Now, again, this could pertain to someone you know or have known, or someone in your field where someone needs to do this and they could approach you more open and more ready for the exchange of energy and true emotion and love and all of that goodness. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's move on to, last but not least, water with 2.5 hours under our belts. So crazy. Hold on. What deck does water want? What oracle deck does water want to work with here? Water. Hold on. Let me sit with you for a second, water signs. Oh, we're just going to do spellcasting. Okay, we're just going to do spellcasting. I'm cool with that. Cancer. Cancer, you are first, and you do have the full moon in your sign this week. Starting with the spellcasting deck, any messages or insights for Cancer? The 25th to the 31st. For Cancer, the 25th to the 31st. I'm hearing cut off. I don't feel like this is recent. I'm getting a couple weird things when it comes to that, Cancer. I feel like you're reflecting on people you've cut off in the past or people who've cut you off. So kind of like a ghosting sort of energy stuff, like stuff like that you're reflecting on. I'm also getting this feeling too of like there may be things happening that are cutting you off from people. That will happen a lot in 2024, just a heads up. But I'm feeling that with you now. So this like the experience of what happens when you cut someone off or someone cuts you off communication wise, and that like ability to talk to them physically is like not there for whatever reason or another. You're reflecting on that. It could be happening to you presently, like I said, or it's just your past experiences doing that or having it being done to you. I feel like you have a lot of empathy coming up in relation to that. Cancer. You may be feeling an urge to check up on somebody. I'm not going to say you should or shouldn't. It's just something I'm feeling you feel. Any messages or insights for Cancer, the 25th to the 31st? Any messages or insights for Cancer, the 25th to the 31st of December? There it is. Healing, healing, healing. So if you feel guilty of doing this to other people, this is you forgiving yourself and acknowledging that guilt that you feel. If this happened to you, this is about you reflecting on those experiences and releasing them. Can I get one more for Cancer? Oh, beautiful, Cancer. Jeez. Jeez. We have healing and transformation. I feel like this is very uplifting for your soul. I like this for you. It feels very gentle. It feels very gentle. It feels very empathic, compassionate, very, very loving towards yourself and towards others and experiences where this has taken place, where it just feels like things were not fully concluded or it's like the door is still open, like something just feels like karmically like not totally handled with certain situations like that. It feels really good. For some of you, this may come with physical contact, whether you initiate or someone initiates with you. This could happen in dream time as well, where you're starting to think of these people or see these people, or vice versa, people having dreams about you. But either way, it just feels like this really beautiful like release, an acknowledgement and closing of a door, closing of chapters, and it's really good for you. I like it. It's a good look. Let's pull some cards for my Cancers. Did I do a timestamp? I did. Beautiful. The only one I forgot was Capricorn. Sorry, Cappies. Any messages or insights for Cancer? Any messages or insights for my Cancers pertaining to this spread? Some of you, when it comes to this, I think part of the acknowledgement and closure that's happening here, some of you, it's also this recognition of, how do I want to say, like recognition or divulgence of true feelings is what I want to say. Like maybe you cut these people off or they cut you off out of anger or spite or insecurity or whatever. And it just has that feeling of like lacking a full closure. I just keep like lacking full closure. I just keep getting that feeling. Yeah, where like that person or you just was not honored. How you truly saw somebody wasn't fully acknowledged. How they truly saw you wasn't fully acknowledged. I just keep getting lacking full closure and acknowledgement. Okay, and feelings. Any messages or insights for Cancer? 25th to the 31st of December. Pentacles. Don't want to go there initially, do you? Oh, my heart. Ow. I just felt a stab in my heart. Ow. Cancer. Oh, I get it. Ouch. Yeah, this is like feelings of guilt and shame. Guilt for doing this to people, guilt and shame for experiencing it yourself. Again, feeling like things were not fully closed or resolved. These kinds of situations and relationships. I feel like it's multiple, it's not just one. But that Four of Pentacles tells me that, like, emotionally, you got a little bit of a block going on there. Like, how do I want to say this? Like the heart is kind of closed because you have feelings of shame and or guilt or both that haven't been resolved, and so your heart's not fully open. Well, let's open it. Let's open it. I just keep getting like people withheld information from you or you withheld it from them, and just things were not properly taken care of. Oh, High Priestess. You could be, and you know, this also applies if you were dealing with people who are like magical and sensitive. I am getting telepathy. Some of you, there's like a telepathic channel, mystics. There's a telepathic channel you have with these people or one person in particular that has been closed. I think it's reopening. Yeah, I keep it like, I'm getting fidgety with it. It's resistant though. Because again, it's just not closed, but I feel like it needs to open to fully close the door and get closure on certain situations here. Anything else for my Cancers? You know, you already know, Cancer. You know you got to get out of that Four of Pentacles energy. You got to open up and be honest. But I get it. It's like, it's fear that people won't do that with you or people will abuse you if you get vulnerable and honest. I'm trying to get these cards out of here. Let's see. Oh, yep, there it is. Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. This is you taking some serious time to contemplate your actions. What is, you know, the consequences of your actions, consequences of what you've experienced in terms of these experiences, and what you want to do with it moving forward. And you're having a breakthrough here on how to handle it. But also any lessons learned to be gained from it and healing to be gained from it. So you understand what I'm getting at here. Anything else for my Cancers? It's better to be open and have discernment, right? Oh, yep, there. Talk about a breakthrough. Ace of Swords and the Tower. That's like awakening energy. That is like awakening energy. I feel like your heart is cracking open as a result of this. Some of you may feel a lot of crown activity as well, but I feel like your heart is going through a major opening here by acknowledging these experiences of shame and guilt and unresolved relationships and or situations. I keep getting a lot of dream time with you too. So pay attention to your dreams. A lot of this may close out in the non-physical in dream time. I think a few of you will experience physical conversations, but I don't think many of you will. Any other messages or insights for Cancer? Yep, clean house. That's what I see right there. Time to clean house. Wow. We have the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Moon. I keep getting time to clean house, time to clean house, time to clean house, time to clean house. This is you in this taking charge, taking control, taking accountability, doing what needs to be done in terms of this Ten of Swords and the Moon. Painful emotions like shame and guilt that you're carrying around. Could also be like messing with your intuition as well. Could be showing up in dream time with these cards. Could also literally just represent trauma that is not resolved here, but this is you taking charge of it and cleaning it out, taking care of it and confronting it head on in whatever way you need to. Again, some of you may have physical conversations with people that you experience this with. Most of you will not, okay? Overall, we have the Queen of Swords, Libra energy, with the Ace of Wands. There it is with the Judgment call. Yep. Six of Wands, beautiful with the devil. This could also be very devilish because when you get these cards like this, it's like an impact to your psyche. It's an impact, a scar on your soul, basically, or on your heart. And it has created this devil energy that you're conquering. Hold on a second. That you are finally conquering. Because you're having this wake-up call, so to speak. The heart's blasting open, a lot of crown activity. You are healing. You're going there with yourself. And you're just doing what needs to be done by confronting it head on. The trauma, the pain, the shame, the guilt, the accountability, the lack of accountability, all of it. You're owning it and you're being victorious. Most of you, this will be purely internal. But a lot is going to be happening in dream time. So definitely pay attention. Don't be surprised if everyone you've ever known shows up in your dreams at this time, just because we have so much like past energy, past life energy, the last 4 years kind of energy. Yeah. For those where you're going to have physical contact, again, very small group of you, I think you're going to be very shocked at one of those contacts. Like, never thought I'd see you again or hear from you ever again kind of contact. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Oh, definitely getting snake with you. Okay, I see you, Scorpio. Definitely getting some snake energy with you. We do have like this magician-y Scorpio Saggy energy that's taking place at this time, especially around the fixed star Lissath, which is in the Scorpio constellation, but the house of Sag. I'm feeling that with you, and I felt that with Sag too. So not surprising, you are neighbors and you're sharing that energy. Scorpio. Definitely getting a lot of sexual energy with you. But I gotta be honest too, I'm also getting a little bit of your shadow coming out. I'm getting a little bit of paranoid energy too. Like that, like, and snake is not bad in and of itself. It comes in many different shapes and forms and flavors, if you will. It's a really powerful medicine to work with. But with you, I'm getting this like observing a situation and trying to navigate your way through and around people. Kind of manipulative, but it is what it is. And it's like you're observing because you're not trusting. Like that's kind of what I'm getting with you right now, Scorpio. It's like you're trying to read people because you're really not trusting them right now. I think you get like that when you start to feel kind of vulnerable and exposed. And so you're like, I'm going to read you before you do anything. I'm gonna gauge you before I do shit. Like that's kind of what I'm getting with you, but I'm also getting sexual energy as well. You could be dealing with a sexual relationship right now that you are just having absolutely no trust in, or trust in this individual, or there could be a lot of attraction. Some of you guys, this could be purely creative and collaborative, like around a work relationship. I just feel like you're trying to protect yourself. Like you're trying to protect your sexual energy. You're trying to protect your creative energy. And you're just like, I'm sussing everybody out. That's what I'm straight up getting with you. Yeah, you're on the defensive. You're on the defensive. I actually want to use the animal cards with you, so let's do that. Scorpio, any messages or insights for Scorpio? Any messages or insights for Scorpio? December 25th to the 31st. I need water. Getting a lot of guilt. I don't think it's you. Oh, is this Scorpio's justice season or something? Normally that's just your season when that happens. But some of you guys are getting justice this week. Where it's like people feel guilty or someone feels guilty about how they've treated you. Interesting. Obviously not for everybody, but I'm getting that a little bit, but that also could stand to reason why you're not very trusting right now. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio, December 25th to the 31st? I'm also getting the moon pretty strongly. Can we go to Cancer? Cancer did get the moon, and it is full moon Cancer. I feel like your intuition is just really popping off here. I just keep getting this feeling like you're trying to read people like hard, like trying to get into their psyches almost is kind of how it feels. Okay, Scorpio. Could also be having intense dream time. I would expect all water signs at this time to have intense dream time. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios? Ooh. Okay, so sorry, I got this gross feeling I'll talk about in a second. So fish. Fish is a card that speaks to going with the flow. We do have the moon in this card as well. It's a very Piscean energy, to be adaptable and flow through your emotions. Because I did just get this feeling, Scorpio, of old anger. Oh, wait, it's also making me kind of nauseous. Of really old anger. It's making all energy stir up inside me. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm getting emotional stirring here. Definitely feeling anger, definitely feeling sexual energy, but those are kind of two flip sides of the same coin out of the same chakra system, the sacral or chakra center, excuse me. I want to say, as emotions stir up in you, or you start to deal with certain people, you start to feel insecure or vulnerable or paranoid or mistrusting. Woosah, okay? Woosah your way through that shit. Yeah, it's interesting because Sag had something similar. For them, it was more like passion and primal carnal desire and impulse. You, I feel like it's emotion, which makes sense, right? And Sag's advice was like, sit back and observe and don't respond. I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's going to work for you. I think you actually have to fully embody it, almost like you know when you're about to experience something painful, like getting a shot or I don't know, a deep tissue massage or something painful. It's almost like breathing it through it, right? Like mental gymnastics almost of like, I'm just going to meditate through this. I'm going to breathe my way through this. And that's like fully letting yourself be in the experience and flow with it. But not letting it overwhelm you, right? Like not letting it get you to a place where you feel out of control. That's what I'm getting with you. What's going on, Scorpio? Can I get another card from my Scorpios, please? December 25th to the 31st. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I gotta breathe through your energy. Yeah, Wusa, Scorpio, Wusa, Gazelle. Gazelle is like a 3 of Wands energy. Interesting you have fire and water here. I would definitely watch the Saggy reading. But Gazelle comes out when it's like, hey, sit and observe and wait for the right time to take action. It's this feeling of, I know something's happening. I know something's about to change. I know I should do something soon. Let me wait for the perfect moment. Right? So similar to Sag, but not the same thing. This is let yourself feel all the stirrings, calm yourself through it, breathe through it, and you're gonna know what action you need to take and when. That's how that feels to me, Scorpio. Can I get another card for my Scorpios, please? Vulture. Death magic. This is basically the card of Scorpio. I love vulture energy. Vulture, for nerds out there, vultures are basically like the garbage disposals of the ecosystem, which is why they're so amazing. They literally eat the dead things. That's like perfect. They are the cleaning system, right? So Scorpio, whatever you're experiencing this week, it's going to bring up a lot of shit, okay? Whether you're dealing with specific people or people are trying to tell you something or you get triggered, whatever, it's going to bring up a lot of things. And it's like, it's being brought up to, it's almost like the dirt is being brought up to the surface to have a deep cleaning. Very much in line with the full moon, almost a Capricorn, the full moon Cancer energy. I would also reflect on the full moon the last full moon Capricorn, which I do believe was June. maybe July. There could have been something going on at that time that is reflective of what's going on now. Okay, like a full circle kind of a thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm hearing the word completion. Um, I mean, that's also Cancer season. Cancer season is playing a big role for you, and even outside of it being the full moon Cancer, definitely take a look at the Cancer reading. And again, also the previous Cancer season, or if you're dealing with Cancers, makes sense. Anyway, Scorpio, sorry, coming back. Let it all rise up. Let it transmute. Breathe your way through it. If you're also purging and like clearing out like your body or your emotional body, energetic body, whatever, let that happen. This is a time of change and transformation for you very clearly. And it just doesn't seem super easy. It seems very uncomfortable. And it's just, you just gotta like your way through it. Okay. Especially if the emotions are anger or paranoia. Okay, let's pull some cards. Any messages or insights for Scorpio, December 25th to the 31st? Karma comes back around is what I just heard. Interesting. It's also interesting too, because when I did Libra, I was explaining in the Libra reading, because they got the card of karmic relationships, that is the epitome of Libra. And like, you know, every neighboring sign shares something. And so what Libra and Scorpios share is that karmic energy. While Scorpios, you deal with karma. Libras deal with karmic relationships, amongst other things. But anyway, yeah, I literally just heard karma comes back around. I don't think, I'm not going to say that. So it could be that somebody is paying off karmic debt around you or in your life, or you are paying off karmic debt. So take that as it resonates. But it needs to happen, and the bill is closing out. Put it that way. The bill is closing out. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios, December 25th to the 31st? Just feels very intense. December 25th to the 31st. Okay. Oh boy. Page of Swords. So Page of Swords has been coming out a lot for people. It's typically been coming out as this like wanting to understand, wanting to research, wanting to get down to the bottom of something. I'm actually getting communication with you. It could be that you're wanting to understand something. I don't think so. I think you're getting communication of some kind, and I think it's making you feel a certain way, or feel a lot of things, I think is a better way to say that. But I feel like this is someone else in your field. I don't feel like that's you. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios? I can feel your anger. Jesus. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios, 25th to the 31st? Scorpio, here's the thing. I do feel like when you're ready to take action on something, or even to say something, especially for those words about saying something in response to this, I feel like it's going to be shocking to people. I almost feel like Scorpios, some of you may be finding your voice at this time, or your voice is changing, or the tone you use is changing. The way you are dealing with your emotions and how you respond from that emotional place is definitely changing. Very similar to Sag, like I said. I just feel the shock value in your response and what you share or what you say. I feel like some of you are gaining this ability to put people on the spot in a new way that you haven't before. You're pretty good at that already, Scorpio, but it feels different. It feels evolved. It feels like it's advancing. Oh, Jesus. Page of Swords and the Devil. I feel like this is energies that you're dealing with. I do. I feel like they're energies that you're dealing with. Could it be a mirror of you? Sure. Could it be vice versa? Of course. But again, take it as it resonates. For me, I'm going to read this how I'm feeling it. If you need to switch it up, switch it up. But I feel like you're dealing with people like this who got a lot of toxic shit to throw your way. And it's making you feel a lot of things. It's triggering you. But it almost feels like ninja gymnastics with words, is I feel like this is coming through. People are going to throw shit your way. People who are very stuck in their toxicity, people who are very stuck in their own shit and very obsessive is also what I'm getting too. Maybe very obsessed with you, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be the case. It's just that's how explicit you would read that. And however it's happening. This toxic shit being thrown at you, it's like, yes, it brings up a lot of shit for you, but it's like, breathe. Wusa. The perfect words will come up. Sting. But in a way that you're not used to stinging people is how that's coming through. You're stinging people in a new way where they need it. Like, I know how that sounds, but it also goes in line with the fixed star Lissath that's happening right now too in this full moon. Lissath is all about strong words of like debate or poisonous words. So Scorpio, are you going to sting people? Yes, but not impulsively, very methodically. And maybe you already do it methodically. This is a whole new level of that. It's almost like finding the exact perfect spell almost to like get into someone else's toxicity and transmute it even. It's very interesting. For my mystics, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is going to help remove certain people out of your life. This is also going to help remove, I want to say just remove you from certain circumstances, because I feel like it's helping you to clean out some stuff emotionally and master your own emotions. But I feel like a lot of you, it's also really helping you to gain some new tools as far as how to use your Scorpio stinger in a way that actually is constructive. It's not like you're trying to hurt people. It's getting into your shadow of Scorpio and knowing exactly what words to say, what spells to say to get people to wake up to their bullshit. That's how that feels to me. Any other messages or insights for Scorpio? But this, I keep getting obsessive. There's something very fixed and obsessive about that. And yes, you're known for that, but I feel like it's other people, not you. But it could reflect back to you an aspect of self, so keep that in mind. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? Ooh, 2 of Wands in reverse on this devil energy. That feels like indecision. This feels like a frustrated energy. This feels like somebody who's very frustrated and doesn't really know what to do. And so since they're frustrated, they're going to take it out on you. And you're not having it. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? Yeah, your stinger's evolving. Your voice is evolving. Your ability, and I've talked about this a lot before too, the power of the medicine of poison. Like there is actual medicine in poison. You need to understand, like, okay, the way this concept works, it's actually from the Isis Oracle deck. The concept is, in order to actually root out distortion and things that are harmful, you need to be able to name the poison itself in order to root it out. And sometimes you need to use poison to dismantle these things. And it's not to hurt people. It's literally just a shadowy way of destructive energy in order to heal. And that's what I'm getting with you. Okay. And that is something that Scorpios possess as a gift. I just feel like it's advancing for Scorpios who are dealing with this. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios? 25th to the 31st. Yeah, it's like the exact perfect words. Oh, we have the World and the 8 of Swords, and I just heard release. This is going from feeling in prison to literally free. Some of you could feel like you've been held back from walking into a certain experience. I've been calling it walking through the threshold because that's part of this full moon Cancer. Moving into this like elevated reality, elevated timelines. Really closing out old things that you don't need to be dealing with anymore. Closing out karmic lessons and relationships. You've been on the precipice for a while, Scorpio, I want to say. And there's something about your ability to do this, your ability and giving yourself permission to go there and use your stinger, so to speak, in this kind of a way feels key. It feels key. I feel like I'm speaking to Scorpios where you almost were a little afraid of it. Oh, is that the right way to say that? That doesn't feel totally accurate. Maybe not totally afraid of using it, but just hesitant to. hesitant to use it, but sometimes you have to. And that's what I'm getting. You're moving past some sort of fear, Scorpio, in relation to this. Maybe using it on certain people or a certain person, and you're going there. They might not like it. I feel like it's really important for you to do this, though. It feels very liberating. Any messages or insights for Scorpio, the 25th to the 31st? Any other messages or insights for Scorpio, 25th to the 31st? Last card out. Interesting. We have Knight of Wands on the Vulture. That is very like aroused energy. It's also very passionate and free sort of energy. As I said, liberated, right? I do. I feel like this is what's waiting for you on the other side of the threshold. Going from like kind of restricted, kind of like fearful, kind of scared, kind of anxious about these kind of situations, confrontational situations, or where poisonous words are exchanged, or someone's throwing their toxic shit at you and you have to handle it. You're handling it in a different way to the point where you literally are liberating yourself in some way, shape, or form, or from a specific relationship. But I also feel some of you, this is like getting from under the boot of these kind of relationship experiences. Overall, we have the Nine of Pentacles, very confident, very independent, standing very strong on your own, and moving into new horizons. So yeah, beautiful, Scorpio. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's get into Pisces, last but not least. I'm surprised I'm not in the 4-hour mark, honestly. Okay, Pisces. Okay. Pisces. Where are we going for Pisces? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Where's Pisces at? Are you in your Piscean void-like self? I'm like, where are you? Like, it's really hard to get a hold of you right now. Are you in the realms, Pisces? Yeah, it's hard to get a hold of you, Pisces. Where are you? Are you all over the place? You do. You feel a little like not touchable right now, which is kind of strange. I'm going to go with the spellcasting deck on this one. Any messages or insights for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? Evasive, actually, that's what it is. You feel very evasive right now. You could be very checked out and like disassociated. You could literally be sleeping a lot or not wanting to deal with a lot of people right now. But yeah, you feel evasive, elusive right now. Like people can't tangibly understand you right now, or maybe even like not able to contact you right now. You just feel like you're very non-physical right now. Any messages or insights for Pisces? I also feel this energy of missing, like yearning and missing someone or people or certain experiences that have passed you by or that are literally like the good old days. A lot of reminiscing going on with you, Pisces, but it is the season for that. Any messages or insights for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? What's going on with Pisces? Very daydreamy. I feel like you're just lost in fantasy, good old days, people you miss, experiences you would like to have. Like, I feel like you're so not in the present right now, Pisces. Any messages or insights for Pisces? December 25th to the 31st. Courage. There's a reason you're daydreaming so much right now, Pisces. These daydreams, this elusive energy, this disassociation, it's really showing you what you're missing in your life, what you actually value. And with courage coming out here, some Leo energy, you could have Leo in your chart. Are you brave enough to go after that? Are you brave enough to acknowledge with yourself that like you're in some way, shape, or form lacking or depriving yourself of these kinds of experiences? Now, I understand Pisces, shadowy Pisces can be super fantastical, not grounded in reality at all. Like some things we just can't do. Like we can't go home again, right? We can't go back to like college, high school days. We just can't do that. We can't be 16 again. It's just not a thing, right? But if you're missing someone that you can contact, that's very realistic, and like you can be like, hey, what's up? I miss you, right? Or if like there's a dream you have of like writing a book or going to the beach, like that's very doable, right? So definitely understanding what's fantasy versus what is realistic. And then are you brave enough to actually do it? Are you brave enough to put yourself into that dream and reality? Can I get one more for Pisces, the 25th to the 31st? Pisces. We got friendship. So this is about people. It's about people and it's about support. I feel like you're missing somebody, or it could be, again, like a certain experience that you can only get by having friendship. But I feel like that is very realistic. Like whatever, like there's some things that you are yearning right now and missing and having nostalgia for that are very realistic in experiencing again or bringing into your reality. And I think for a lot of you, it's just a matter of a phone call. Again, can't be 16 again, but this is clearly about connection. Let's pull some tarot cards for Pisces. Any messages or insights for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? Any messages or insights for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? Any messages or insights for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? One more. Knight of Wands, desire, passion. Again, there's a lot coming up for you that you're yearning for, you're missing, or nostalgic for. And are you brave enough to go after it? Really is what it is, right? Are you brave enough to just get on your horse and go? Ooh, Hierophant and Ace of Wands. Pisces, again, this is not only very doable, but it's very clear that like these are things that you very deeply want and are craving, and it's about experiences and connections and relationships. But the Hierophant coming out here, there's also this quality where it's aligned to your values, where it's actually aligned to, how do I want to say, like healthy situations. Honestly, healthy situations. Okay. Way the cards are coming out for you. Four of Pentacles. Not surprised that's coming out, because this is about mustering up the bravery and courage to go and do it. Four of Pentacles is my closed heart card. It also can be a card of savings and like trying to like maintain your position or whatever. But honestly, Pisces, I just feel like you need to be open to just letting yourself do this, letting yourself go there. This to me tells me that a heart opening is very much in store for you as far as benefiting you to achieving this, okay? Anything else for Pisces, December 25th to the 31st? See, closed. Eight of Swords. Something in you is afraid or insecure about allowing yourself to go after it. I keep getting it's very realistic. It's very doable. And you're just afraid to go there. Anything else for Pisces? December 25th to the 31st. The Fool. Coming in on the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Again, you're just afraid to do this. You're just afraid to take the risk. But that's the thing, it's not really a risk. Like, it's not. It's aligned to your values. It's aligned to your soul. It's aligned to your passion. It's aligned to your heart. But you're keeping your heart on lockdown here out of fear. And so you're not letting it feels like a risk to you, but it's really not. I think that's the illusion. It's not a risk. It's not a risk. You're keeping yourself from this level of freedom and this level of, honestly, joy. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Keep in mind this could be you or someone you're dealing with, or someone in your field. Doesn't have to be you because this is general. Anything else for Pisces? Don't be so close to this, Pisces. We got Two of Swords. This is very not Piscean. This is Moon and Libra energy, by the way. I felt I need to call that out. You could have Moon and Libra. You could be dealing with somebody who's got Moon and Libra. But yeah, you're of two minds here. There's a party that wants to go do this and just do it. Make that phone call, go to that event, whatever it is. And there's a party where it's like, not safe to be this free. I can't even show you the Four of Pentacles. Not safe to be vulnerable in this way or take that risk. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. It's like you literally feel like you're going to put yourself in a vulnerable position and you're of two minds about it. But I keep getting, it's very realistic. It's very doable. And the only one stopping you is you. Overall, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is wanting to bring something together, wanting to build upon something in your reality with friends, with other people, or making plans. But this is you wanting to build that experience in your reality. We got the Hermit. This is you evaluating that within, which I think is good. Definitely go within yourself to acknowledge why you are so closed off to doing it, why you feel like it's such a big risk. Because again, I keep feeling like it's not. And then we have the Six of Wands with the Nine of Cups, being victorious and getting your wish fulfillment, bringing your dream down into your reality. You can totally do this. Here's is underneath that. Underneath that, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. You're delaying this. The Sun, ooh, with the Two of Cups. Oh, and Temperance. Oh, Pisces. So a lot of you, to me, this does feel like about mending a relationship. Someone that you're friends with, or someone where maybe the foundation of your relationship fell apart, whether it was romantic or family or a coworker. And when I say that, the foundation of any relationship is friendship. And maybe for you in particular, that's like really what's been coming up for you is like, to do that, you need to be open to that. You need to be vulnerable to that. I keep feeling like you're missing someone in particular and you want to make things right with them again. And friendship is the key, but so is vulnerability. You can't be this closed and approach somebody and expect them to be open with you. That's not reciprocal. That's literally the epitome of imbalance, right? So open your heart. Try to understand why this is such a risk to you. Because the reality is you can easily achieve this. And I really want to say it's like with a phone call or a text or something like that. Because you know what you want. And I just keep getting it's doable. And you're the one who's putting this on pause. You're getting in the way of this. Wow. Ace of Swords and Judgment. It is so clear, Pisces. This is even a big thumbs up from Spirit. Like, go do it. Go, Chariot, go. Get out of this isolated place or this feeling of being separate from this person or this situation. Just go and do it. Stop daydreaming and go and bring it into your reality. Go do it. You got a big, big thumbs up from Spirit. Go and do it. Just keeps going on and on and on. So that's the green light for you, Pisces. If you're waiting for a green light, this is your green light. All right. That is all. I hope you guys really enjoyed these readings today. I hope you have an amazing full moon in Cancer, and I hope you have an amazing holiday time. Okay? I am departing. It's like, is there anything else? I don't think so. Wow, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Jesus. I love you guys so much. I hope you really did enjoy these, and I really do hope you have a really beautiful end of your year. Like I said, I've been working on a project. Hopefully I can announce it fully and show you guys what it is before the new year. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and I'm gonna go. Love you.